Game over.
Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking... How did you do fucking... Fuck! Fuck! Game over, man. Game over.
Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's birds. There's squirrels. Come on. We'll bless them all until we get verstecken. Join me.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Go!
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Try to relax your anus.
Just gone from suck to blow.
I'm a 50 terabyte self-evolving neural network double backflip off the high platform.
What do you think this is, kid? TV Kitty Hour where we all sit around and lick Barney the dinosaur's fucking pussy?
Welcome to the show. Wow, we are flying off the bat right off the bat. Jeez, I can't speak. Oh my God, I can't speak. I'm just so. Put some shims under them or whatever. They're too close. Is it too close? Too far? Too close? Too far? All right. I'll fuck with those more later. I'll just here it is. I'll just zoom in a little bit on me. I'll just scooch in a bit. Happy Friday, says T. Thompson. Happy Friday to you. Bishop Johnny K saves the day. And then Roots Calhoun's one. Why didn't that show up? Live chat. There we go. I was sitting in the other one with my thumb up my ass, says Roots Calhoun. I'm assuming you mean the other chat for the Rumble. But thank you. We're on Rumble, Twitch, YouTube, all three platforms. We're letting everyone filter in. I've got everything loaded, so we just go into the show and just do a show. Like, that's all we have left to do. I've got everything loaded up. We've got it all planned, figured out. We're going till 5:30. Our goal for the show is $30 on May 8th. That is a Wednesday. So we're automatically doing overtime on Monday and Tuesday, which means 5:30 for both of those days. Everything we make today, Monday, and Tuesday goes towards that goal. So we knock that 30 out between now and then, and Wednesday's already automatically overtime. It's beautiful how it works. All right. Landers on the Rumble chat saying, Johnny, good to see you, Landers. One of our, I would say probably now a staple chatter on the Rumble chat. Saying, Caesar, here's Johnny and the Kitters. How's it going today, sir? Have you heard the bad news about Helldivers? No, I haven't heard the bad news about Helldivers. What's the bad news about Helldivers? I've been too busy with World of Warcraft to even look at Helldivers. I've been meaning to get over there. What's the bad news? Let's look up, you know what? As opposed to waiting for a link, let's just Google Helldivers 2 and see what the newest Helldivers 2. Oh, Helldivers 2 news. Let's just go to news. What's the bad news? Helldivers 2 requires a PSN account. Oh, you now need a PlayStation account to play? I mean, I have a PlayStation account. But I mean, you can sign up for one. Helldivers 2 have been playing the game on Windows PC via Steam since launch. Will now need a PlayStation Network account to access the game. Helldivers 2 publisher Sony Interactive Entertainment posted a notice to the game's Steam page on Thursday, informing Steam players of the change. Due to technical issues at the launch of Helldivers 2, we allowed the linking requirements for Steam accounts to PlayStation Network to be temporarily optional, the publisher wrote. That grace period will now expire. See details below in the post. Sony claims account linking with PlayStation Network is critical to the safety and security of Helldivers 2. This is our main way to protect players from griefing and abuse by enabling the banning of players that encourage or that engage in that type of behavior, it said. No. This is just about making sure everyone that has Helldivers 2 has to have a fucking PlayStation account. But yeah, you now need a PlayStation account to play the game. It's Johnny. Hey, Johnny, notification is working. Thank you, Atomic Ray. Oh, there are countries that can't get PSN accounts breaking EU and Australian rules. Well, then I feel like those are going to be the grounds under which players either A, demand a refund, or B, get the whole thing overturned. Either way, that's not an issue for me. I played Final Fantasy 14 on the PC. You had to have I'm pretty sure you have to have a PSN account for that. I have a PlayStation account. I just haven't used it in forever. I haven't touched my PS4 in forever. Roots Calhoun and Hobo Chili Recipe, two of the Aristococks up in here saying, Rise, good to see you guys. Are we on Rumble, says Hobo Chili Recipe. Oh, yes, we most certainly are. We are most certainly on Rumble, which will probably be good for some of you with some of the stories we have coming. But, yeah, Rumble is completely available. The chat is up. Landers and Atomic Ray are already kicking on over there. There's a few people over there. Small audience right now, but as usual, it's a grower, not a shower. So, yeah, we're going for 3.5 hours. Thank you for that news on Helldivers. I mean, it is, as you say, bullshit. 10-4, I'm going there. I don't want to get you in trouble. Man, I'm not too worried about it, but I certainly appreciate that. That is awesome, Hobo Chili Recipe. Just glad to have you, my man. And, yeah, you're right, St. Caesar. For people that can't get a PSN account, it is a horrible thing, and it's kind of bullshit. But for the people that, like I said, like me, I already have a PSN account. I'm pretty sure most people already do in, like, the U.S. and stuff. So, good luck to them. I'm sorry about that. That is, as you said, bullshit. Jesus Christ, I gotta start thinking about wearing makeup. Alrighty, so we're going for 3.5 hours. Thank you for the news on the Helldivers thing. That is, again, sad but not too surprising. PlayStation is becoming a bigger and bigger dick about their console exclusivity stuff because they've lost producers and publishers and had a lot of bad press. So now they're holding on to everything, and best of luck to them. The review bombs on Steam are at 14,000 negative reviews. Yeah, they're going to get review bombed a lot. I might even write a negative review. I might write a negative review where I say I love the game, but I disagree with the completely pointless reason. Because there's already plenty of ways to report griefers, and you can flat out block people. I don't get the purpose. Again, that's a stupid, I don't have a PSN account, says Crack Babies. The question is whether or not you can get one. The question is whether or not you can get a PSN account. Can you sign up for a PSN account? Sorry, I had my other free thumb deeply in my anus. Was looking for something. Well, best of work on finding it. Atomic Ray saying, work their thumbs. Yeah, if you can get the old thumbs up, we'd appreciate it. I'd love that. There will always be griefers in online games. Block them and move on if it bothers you. Yeah, you can't play a multiplayer game and expect there to be no griefers whatsoever. Like, I was playing, again, I don't mean to fucking keep banging on this horse, but I was playing World of Warcraft the other day, and it was really late, and I was tired. I played like absolute dog shit. A person messaged me after I left the game and said, or after I left the little dungeon thing, and said, dude, you need to go look up some guides, learn how to play your class, blah, 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 blah. And I replied to him, LOL, yeah. I played like absolute crap. I've been falling asleep and half of my gear is broken. I'm so sorry. And that's the message. That was it. That's a casual interaction. Most of the time, if you don't perform the way somebody wants, there's get good. What is it? In Helldivers, somebody was pissed that I was tired of waiting for the extraction, so he shot me and killed me, and then he boarded and extracted. So again, you can deal with assholes all over the place. So again, that is complete bullshit. They're using that as their justification to lock it even more PlayStation exclusive, because Xbox fans have been asking for it for a while and go, we really want to play Helldivers too. And it's like, nope. The worst part is we could do that. We could have a world where whatever fucking console you pick is your personal preference, but the games are available pretty much on all of them. Certain ones, like single-player games, I don't mind exclusivity. It's a single-player game. You play it on your time, whatever. Like in the case of Final Fantasy Remake, I really, really want to play the next one, but I'm going to have to wait until it comes out on PC. And when it does, I will. But I'm the same in Fortnite right now, killing Darth Vader to get his lightsaber. There you go. Best of luck on you. Free my Animal Crossing, says Hobo Chili Recipe. What about Echo the Dolphin? People don't remember, man. Echo the Dolphin was the shit. How about Echo the... Landers, depends. 3DO or Sega CD, LOL. For me, Echo the Dolphin was original Sega Genesis. John Doe, it's Friday, Johnny. Yeah, it is Friday. Welcome to the show. It seems like everyone's pretty filtered in, so we can kind of start getting... I still have my TurboGrafx 16. I'm bringing that out, and I have an old TV in my garage. Keith Courage, here I come. I got a dude. Section Z for the original Nintendo is a freaking crack fiendy game that I love to play. But yeah, with Helldivers, that sucks. I'll have to go through some extra work next time I play it. I don't agree with it. I really don't. I don't like the console wars. Because the console wars, in my opinion, are utterly pointless. At this point, both consoles are pretty much exactly the same in terms of what they offer performance-wise. The big difference is, what games can you play? John Doe with your controlled burns are my controlled drinks. Well, we have to have hype trains for controlled burns, but yeah, we're good. If we have a little hype train later, might not be a bad thing. Again, we're on to the 8th of May for $30 for our show goal. So once we hit that, we're right out of it, and we're back to automatic overtime on Wednesday. So there we go. I don't get it. Just follow the effing rules. Opponents with game hacks just make me a stronger gamer. I move on. It's not even just follow the rules or game hacks. They're saying they don't want griefers and stuff like that in the game. Overwatch 2 is effing soft, too. I haven't touched Overwatch 2. What happened? Did they get gay? Who? Who are we asking? Overwatch 2 or Helldivers 2? Helldivers 2, I mean, kind of, with the whole needing a PSN thing. Overwatch 2, haven't touched it. Have not touched it. I linked my Blizzard account thing together so I could get my skin transfers, and I haven't been to Overwatch 2 in the longest time. Microsoft are in talks with Sony to bring Helldivers to Xbox also. To play Sea of Thieves on PS5, you need a Microsoft account, says St. Caesar. So then the PSN account thing won't change. But again, I would definitely say that I don't like needing one account or the other. I think you should just be able to play the fucking game. Especially multiplayer games. Just let people play together. Who fucking cares? I gotta turn this down. This is driving me nuts. All right, there we go. That's way better. Who fucking cares? Quake is still a thing, but everyone whines it's too hard. If you don't like it, don't play it. That's the way I always say with games. That's why I'm stuck, and people are like, why do you keep playing World of Warcraft? Because I fucking love it. I just have fun. I have fun. I play games once in a while other than that, but I play them when I have fun. Alrighty, we've got several stories to get into. Let's move through these. Again, everybody seems to have kind of filtered in. We're going for another 3 hours and 15 minutes. Thank you for being here. The new COD this year is on Game Pass day one. It's Black Ops 6. Yeah, and that's where Sony's being like, you need why do you like Bobby Bologna? Why do you like things? I don't know, because I run around as a freaking elf, like a fairy, and I ride on dragons. What else? What more do you want? I have one character that looks like an elf in human form, but actually is a dragon, sort of. So he has a dragonoid. I don't know what you call him. Anyways, and he can fly. Why not? It's fucking fun. I don't have a whole lot else going on in my social life. Might as well do something online. But I am going to be at Winners in Sartell this Saturday. So, doing the DJ thing. This whole fucking wound on my face is driving me nuts. The red thing is Black Ops 6. I'm still on Rainbow Six. I need to move up. I have not gotten into the Black Ops game, so I haven't done that stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's super great. I have no idea. But I haven't, like I said, I haven't played those. I really love Helldivers, so I'll just have to remember my effing PSN account. But I played Destiny on PS4. I played the original remake of Final Fantasy VII on the PS4. So yeah, no, I'm all good with it. I'll figure out a way. Rogue Spear was awesome. I've never played Rogue Spear. Don't know what that one is about at all. All right, we'll get through this story really, really quickly. There's just a couple pictures, and it's a relatively short story. This was from yesterday, and so we're just going to run through it. It's just adorable. Arizona wildlife rescuers are urging the public not to capture newborn kittens, especially when they turn out not to be kittens at all. The Humane Society said a resident recently came to Southwest Wildlife Conservation Center in Scottsdale with a pair of purported kittens they found unattended behind their shed. Wildlife experts quickly realized the kittens weren't felines at all. They were gray fox kits. AHS said the foxes will be rehabilitated and released into the wild when they grow old enough. Officials said the saga should serve as an important reminder to leave baby animals alone. Don't kidnap kittens. We know the first instinct when seeing a litter of kittens is to rush to aid. But in fact, the best thing we can do is leave them for when their mama returns, the Post said. Officials wrote that kittens might be left alone by their mothers for up to 8 hours at a time. All right, then. Oh, have Rogue Spear. It rules, says John Doe. I still haven't played Resident Evil 2. Roots Calhoun, I did back when this was a game-playing show as well as doing the news stuff. We were trying to do a weird hybrid thing. I played the remakes of those. So those are on the Twitch. I don't think we did dual streaming at the time. Those are all on the Twitch back in the day. They might not be up there now. Damn. But yeah, I played all of those. The remakes were awesome. I kind of want to get it. Johnny is the gayest WoW player I know. Probably Atomic Ray. I mean, that is a high bar. Well, the gayest one you know actually isn't. But the gayest one there is. Absolutely a high bar. But yeah, no, I might be. Totally possible. John Doe, if you have a PC, then you can run it. Should check out the 007 remake that got leaked online of the N64 game for the 360. It's top tier. I got the remake on my console that they like retooled. All right, so let's go back to that's the Fox story again. Oh, let's show the pictures though. Let's go to the pictures. Let's go to the adorable photos. So again, like, dude, I want to call this place and volunteer to take the foxes, man. So they brought in the little fox kits because they thought they were wild. I was like, oh, I get to hold. That's not fair. I want the fox kits. I want them. God damn it. That'd be the thing, man. I wouldn't rescue them, and I'd keep them. I would keep them. I would raise them with my cats. Fox kits and foxes in general, more like cats than anything else. They're not quite dogs. They're more feline. I mean, genetically and, like, physically they're like dogs. That one that leaked, you can switch between N64 graphics and 360 graphics. It's awesome. Pretty sure the one that I play has the original N64 graphics. I mean, you can update it. I don't know. Do I care? I don't. I played GoldenEye so long ago. The whole reason I liked that was the online thing, but nobody played online, so I was like, then who cares? Then who cares? Who cares? All right, so let's close that out. There we go. Again, we're going till 5:30. If you want to support the show, I'll put the links up in a minute and pin them and stuff. We're not going to be too like, we got to hit the goal because we're fully funded for today, Monday, and Tuesday. So everything we get between now and then chips away at the $30 goal for Wednesday. And if you can help out, absolutely awesome. But by no means put yourself in any position. And I have to check. I'll check Rumble Monday or Tuesday. That's getting super duper close to kicking over and buying another day. So we might just buy out a day and push it down another one. Where's the things? The things and the stuff so I can remember how I do my goddamn job. Easy cat. Don't swing your stupid tail around when I'm doing things and stuff. You have a tendency to hit buttons or leave. That works too. See you later, Tegra. Let's link this here, and boopity-boop. Let's link this here. Boopity-boop. And did you see Mark Hamill was with the press secretary? He said the most cringe things I've ever heard. I would love a link if you have a video link especially, but I'd love to hear about that. Mark Hamill, who, like, don't get me wrong, I love Star Wars. I grew up on that. Mark Hamill's kind of a douche canoe, as I've found out. Yeah, he's the voice of the animated Joker, and I absolutely love the character and everything. But from what I'm finding out, kind of a douche canoe. I've seen house cats bigger than an adult fox, though, LOL. Yeah, Rusty Grammar, like I said, cats are not... Johnny, I know you like Lego. Did you see that Lego Xbox 360... with a Lego copy of Halo 3? No, I did not. And I do like Legos, but you mean libtard. John Doe saying he loves my cat's ears. She just has very, very faintly furred ears. She doesn't have a whole... She has spots on her face and her head where she doesn't have a whole lot of fur. Once in a while, we have to give her steroid treatments. Then she kind of covers up a little bit more. But yeah, she just has a thin coat up there. I bet Mama Cat was getting laid that time away. Nah, dude. Mama Fox was probably out hunting for food. And Mama Fox will come back looking for her kits, and she'll move around looking for them. And then eventually she'll move on. Mama Fox is going to have a hard time. There's going to be a little bit of a, oh no, I failed feeling. My Udi Man cat is 22 pounds of buff cat, not fat. My big bad boy Alucard is about 16, 17 pounds of mostly buff cat. He used to be seriously buff cat. Now he's just kind of pudge cat, but he's an old man. But enough of cats and all of that stupid bullshit. We're going for another 3 hours, so we should probably cover some of the actual stories we have, since people are filtering into Rumble and everything else. Again, thank you for being here. Cats fuck. Yeah, they do. Did you know female cats actually have to bone when they're in heat? If they don't get laid, they can die. Like, that is messed up, man. That is crazy. Anyways, let's get over to this story. We'll cover this. Then we have some videos and things to get into. And one of them later is RFK. We have a video from when RFK was really, really young, apparently. I'm interested to hear what he sounded like as a young man. I haven't seen old RFK videos. But for all of the people that are like, oh, I can't vote Trump, and I don't like Biden, RFK is a good... fuck me, I'm going to die, Jameson Repair says. Rusty Grammar, nothing fucks like rabbits, though. Holy shit. That should be like a Playboy parody commercial. You know, nothing runs like a deer. Nothing fucks like a bunny. I have no idea why Jameson Repair is going to die, but okay. We have, again, a show going till 5:30. I'm sorry, I just got kind of sidetracked by that. We'll go ahead and get back into the stories. We're going to talk about the chair of the Council of Economic Advisors for Biden, and he put out a video that really makes you go, and these people are in charge? And then we also have a Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, former Prime Minister Boris Johnson, has been was attempting to vote and got stopped by a law he put in place, which is funny. St. Caesar, Mr. Kennedy. Yeah, Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy. So, was watching a Gundam podcast yesterday. They were talking about DSP, and Steel Toe came up. Thought it was weird. I need a podcast with a timestamp and like an episode and a timestamp, and I'm more than willing to go through that. Otherwise, send that to Aaron. He'll be tickled to have more people talking about him. So when I was growing up, I left the Bucks. I left the Bucks and Does together while cleaning their hutch. They'd be having fun. They'd be having an all-out orgy, says Rusty Kramer. Oh, fuck. He has not been arrested yet, Boris, I mean, for lockdowns and throwing parties during lockdowns. No. He put a law in place about voting, and, well, it came back to bite him. Oh, Christ, please don't do the Kennedy shit. I don't have that sound drop, and that's an Aaron thing. As I have to keep kind of gently reminding St. Caesar, I am a what would you call it? I'm a wrestling tourist. I don't watch wrestling regularly. I find it interesting at different points in time. But it's really the interest of other people in wrestling. I understand a lot about it, but I didn't grow up with it like a lot of people did. I grew up with different shit. My dad was not really into wrestling. He was into other stuff. So I didn't really watch like wrestling all the time. I ended up just kind of doing that. And then there were 5 of us, and we lived in the country. My parents were big on being outside. So I didn't really watch a lot of TV when I was little. And I certainly never went to any shows. Oh, my legs. All right. So let's get to this one now. Just a quick update. A bunch of employees from Google protested the war. They don't like Israel fighting Gaza. They wanted Google to stop all interactions with Israel. And so they wanted that. I hate that Kennedy scream. I don't mind it, but in the case of the Kennedy one, especially with Aaron, like, he gets excessive with it. But it's his show. He do him. So let's read through this quick and then get into some video stories. Hot Jesus Christ. Thank you, St. Caesar, for jumping in on the show. So let's get going. Dozens of former Google workers filed a complaint with the U.S. National Labor Relations Board on Tuesday after they were fired or placed on administrative leave last month for protesting the company's cloud computing contract with Israel's government. Oh. Mr. Q saying 15000. I still need to know where to go to get this clip. I mean, you can message it somewhere. Hour and 50 minutes in. That's great. I don't know what the podcast is. I'll need like a name or something. So just go ahead. Did you throw that in there anywhere else? Did I see that? No, I don't see that. Nope. So anyways, but yeah, we'll look into that in a bit. Cable TV was never an option where I lived. It's the way to live. I had cable TV on and off, but my parents were poor, so sometimes we did, sometimes we didn't. Only on mods on YouTube can post links. I don't even need a link. I just need a post or like the name of the show and the episode. I'm sure I can find it. Someone should DoorDash him some lard. Aw. Aaron tweeted he was sending out all the prize stuff like he wanted an attaboy. The lard ass really needs validation, doesn't he? No, I think he was posting about sending it out because people get on his ass. So now this is like, no, I posted that I did it. Like I don't think he needed an attaboy and some attention. I think he's going to use that as his cover for people. I didn't get my stuff. I'm like, hey, man, I posted when I sent it out. I posted that I did it. It's out there. Look, I did it. You get it? You got it. Whatever. I can't control that shit. I don't know. That's my guess anyway. I could be wrong. I'm not him. And attaboy, Aaron. Congratulations. Alrighty. Anyways, cable TV in the 80s and early 90s had some good stuff. Late night softcore porn, tissue babies, rest in peace. I remember watching Robin Williams and Popeye on HBO on cable TV as a young boy. That's my earliest memory of us watching cable TV. And that cable TV was on the giant fuck-off dish. You had to have that fucking space beaming laser into it. It's a Gundam is the show name. Quality content episode from May 1st. All right, let's go look up It's a Gundam. I have to say, I might just become a fan of this show automatically because I am a Gundam fan, and that's a hilarious name. It's a Gundam. All right, It's a Gundam. I don't want It's a Gundam montage. I just typed it, and It's a Gundam is the first thing that came up. It's a Gundam. It's a Gundam. It's a Gundam show. I'm going to go ahead and just subscribe just off the bat. Just because It's a Gundam seems like it could be interesting. What is the episode is quality content episode from May 1st. Videos May 1st is, so today's 3, so 1 day ago, 2 weeks ago. Oh, they did Elisa Jordana? No, I don't want to cover that. I want to go back. Videos, don't play all. Just do I want to show all videos. 8 days ago. Is it an episode? Do I have to go live? All right, quality content a day ago, 8 days ago, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, oldest, popular, latest. That should be latest. I don't know why. Why can't I find the one from 3 days ago? Oh, I just realized I was on YouTube, LOL. Hey, that's awesome. It's the show name, quality content episode from May 1st. Oh, the May 1st burst featuring, okay, this better be good. I'm just saying, we've gone through a lot to get to this. So let's again, this is apparently about DSP. So let's check up on that in just a second. We'll finish the Google story, we'll go to that, and then we'll get back into all of our other stuff. We're going because on May 1st, 2016, DSP let out a burst on his PS4 controller. I don't regularly follow DSP, especially anymore. I got burned out on Phil when it was just like the one trick pony thing. Always like, look, we're not going to make it. This isn't working. We got to get more money, guys. I got to do this. I got to do that. I have a simple show goal. We have to hit it, and I'm honest about it. If we don't, I'm going to find other options. We got so close to not hitting it and me being in trouble, I've already started DJing intermittently on the offhand just to keep things afloat. Now, if we make it to August and everything that is promised happens, then everything will be great. But we'll see how that goes. All right. Tron was my first movie on cable. God, Tron. Jesus Christ. It was 7 years since he jacked it on stream. Oh. 7 years since he jerked it on stream. Well, that would be why he's coming back up like an erection. All right, so we'll finish the Google thing that I keep trying to cover before I get too in the weeds on that. So the Google employees didn't like that Israel was getting cloud computing from Google, so they protested. They're like, ceasefire now. We demand the company stop acting with Israel. That's your right to protest. And that protest was a completely peaceful protesting the business and what it does makes total sense. The company never ceased working with Israel. And now the employees are apparently fine with still working there, but they're surprised to find that when they protested, the company didn't really want them anymore. Dozens of former Google workers filed a complaint with the U.S. National Labor Relations Board on Tuesday after they were fired or placed on administrative leave last month for protesting the company's cloud computing contract with Israel's government. The complaint accuses Google of retaliating against the workers for their protected, concerted activity, namely participation or perceived participation in a peaceful, non-disruptive protest that was directly or explicitly connected to their terms and conditions of work. The workers are seeking reinstatement of their jobs and back pay, according to No Tech for Apartheid. So you want the blood money, but you don't want to support the blood money? Which is it? Why do you want to go back to working for them if you want no tech for apartheid? Honestly, I understand why they don't want you working there. You've made it quite clear you don't agree with what they're doing. I wouldn't want employees who hate what I do to work for my company. They're more likely to subvert me than anything. Productivity, God, we're hoping for that. I'm just hoping they're not putting a wrench in the works. Original Tron was dope. Original Tron was dope. The remake, honestly, not bad. I will be honest. The Tron reboot, remake, whatever, not bad. Like, I've seen worse. There have been worse movies. I dislike the Keanu Reeves Constantine, and I can't stand that thing's coming back. Anyways, I'm still getting I'm getting in the weeds here. I got to get back to this. Okay, so the workers seeking reinstatement for their jobs and back pay. A Google spokesperson said in the statement that the protests were a very clear case of employees disrupting and occupying workspaces and making other employees feel threatened and unsafe. By any standard, their behavior was completely unacceptable and widely seen as such, the spokesperson said. We carefully confirmed and reconfirmed that every single person whose employment was terminated was directly and definitively involved in disruption inside our buildings. Okay, so if you stood outside protesting, that's one thing. You went in the buildings and kept people from doing work. Again, you don't want to work there. Let it. Why do people have? I didn't want to lose my job. How am I going to live? Haven't you heard? Iran's offering jobs, college education. Go over to the place where, fight the apartheid. Go over. They're offering, man. You're not getting arrested. You're not getting prosecuted, persecuted, or in any way punished. They're simply saying, hey, you came into the building and started screaming free, free, free Palestine for hours, and a lot of people felt very uncomfortable, so we're not letting you come back anymore. That's called a consequence. I'm fine with free speech, but this idea that you get to use your free speech with absolutely no consequence. No, you shouldn't be punished by the government for using your free speech. This isn't the government punishing you. This is a corporation going, hey, no. Oh, and aliens, Weaver be looking yummy in them tidy whites. Dude, the first two Aliens movies, yeah, Sigourney Weaver's pretty smoking. The third one was creepy. But, the Sigourney Weaver's a weird thing for me because on the one hand, young Sigourney Weaver is incredibly hot, but young Sigourney Weaver also looks like my young mom. Like, they aged vastly differently, but for a short period of time. Creepy. It's like that chick that wanted a promise from the police that they won't stop the food shipments into the building they were occupying. Yeah, a lot of these people think that you can just step in and disrupt everything as a protest and not suffer any consequences. I don't know if they remember protests of old, but protests of old, people got beaten, they got dogs sicked on them, they got shot. Like, you're telling me that you don't, like, and these ones, we're not even arresting you. We're just saying, hey, you protested what the company's doing in the company's building. Yeah, you're fucking fired Fired, so fired. And I absolutely guarantee you that they double-checked with their lawyers and the terms of their contract to make sure that they won't have to deal with this. So, yeah, Iran was quite a country until British Petroleum wanted to disrupt the area to get better control of the oil market there. Yeah, a lot of the Middle East's problem with the West stems from the West trying to fuck with the Middle East. But to be fair, if you roll back history far enough, that thing flips the other way around, where a lot of people had issues with the Middle East because the Middle East kind of kept coming over and fucking up the... Hey, we guess we'll just invade Italy. Why not, you know? What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, Sigourney Weaver in the... Jesus. Enough, young Sigourney Weaver. I get it. I have some men in the audience who get an old man boner for the weave. See, No Tech for Apartheid said last week that 50 Google employees were terminated in connection with the protests. The group claimed that some of the workers fired were non-participating bystanders and not actively involved in the protest. If you're non-participating bystander, if by non-participating bystander you mean they went to work and they did their job, okay. If by non-participating bystander you mean they just sat there, then fuck them. They're gone. Again, you're allowed to protest for your beliefs, but now your beliefs have a consequence. Deal with it. People tell me my beliefs are this, that, or the other. I'll tell you, like, and they'll be like, oh, well, the system's going to come get you, or, oh, you're going to be blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yep, that's the consequence. I'm well aware of the consequences, and I'm ready to pay them. And when my opinion changes, so does that. If I'm all for striking up arms against the government, my opinion is the consequences. You're probably going to get smoked. You've got to be ready to pay that consequence. Right now, I'm not. You guys are getting in trouble. I'm leaving. What? Okay, Toastmaster. Sorry you're leaving. I'm talking about the protesters. I don't think I'm saying you shouldn't. They're trying to whatever. If they really want to get on me for talking about the protests, I guess then what? I'm talking about news, man. We're doing the show. Or are you talking about... I can't tell if that's a statement of action or if he's talking about the thing we're talking about. I don't know. All right, so a Google spokesperson... Blah, blah, blah. That's why I shut my mouth in the real world. I don't want to be punished. Well, if you want to have an opinion, like I said, you're welcome to have it. But if your opinion is you don't like what your company is doing, then don't work at that company. If I come to work and there's a protest... That's my plan. Oh, Toastmaster saying if I come to work and there's a protest, that's my plan. Yeah, like strikes against how the company's treating the employees, fine. But you're actively complaining about what the company is doing for revenue. What are they supposed to do? Just not make money and still pay you? Your system needs to start systeming. Rumble chat, everybody. All right, our investigation. Let's see. By any standard, their behavior was completely unacceptable. No Tech for Apartheid. We covered that. A spokesperson for Google told CNN last month that the company had investigated the physical disruption inside our buildings on April 16th. Our investigation into these events is now concluded, and we have terminated the employment of additional employees who were found to have been directly involved in disruptive activity. But affected workers say they should not have been fired for protesting the company's actions. We shouldn't have been fired for protesting what they're doing. We just disrupted work for a day, and I'm sure we'll totally go back to work and be loyal worker bees the minute we come back. After all, we disagree with all this shit. You made yourself an enemy of the company. You don't want to work there. You don't like what they're doing. John Doe, these idiots are dumb. If you're going to protest for something useful like a raise. Hey, man, I'm not even saying they're dumb for protesting. I'm saying when you protest actively what your company is doing, the company isn't going to want to keep you. Only way that works is if there is a resounding amount of support on your side and the company changes, like, directions. That's the only way. Other than that, you just made yourself an enemy of the company. They're not going to keep paying someone who is actively protesting what they do. That's taking money out of their pocket and creating a hassle. You have to know that job's over. You have to know when you're going to protest, you're like, hey, man, I believe so much in this that I'm willing to lose my job. And you did. We must resist Google's representation of workers organizing and demand that Google be held responsible for their retaliatory actions against employees asking for ethical applications of their labor. Your employer doesn't have to make sure everything you do works with your feels. That's your job. If you don't like your employer's ethical application of your work, it's your responsibility to not work there. Google systems check their ass is fired. Oh, that's what you're saying. So, yes, employees, including Google employees, have the right to protest working conditions through concerted activity. But this isn't working conditions. These aren't the conditions you're working under. This is the literal work you're supposed to do. They're not making you somehow compute stuff for Israel that leads to bombing a building. They're saying your job is to work here. Can I have one of their jobs, says John Doe. That's the other thing, man. There's plenty of people looking for work. I'm sorry, guys. You out. Alrighty. The kind of protesting the kind of work they're asked have the right to protest working conditions through concerted activity. And a protest concerning the kind of work that employees are asked to do can be protected, said Benjamin Sachs, professor of labor and industry at Harvard Law School. Even a sit-in in certain circumstances can be protected activity. Now, that's not always true. It depends on the facts, and it depends on things like how disruptive the protest is, whether employer property is seized, and the duration of work stoppage. The protests from Google workers over the company's cloud computing deal with Israel's government come more than 6 months since, and militants and 12,000... and facts. People are fighting people. The ongoing carnage. I don't want to cover that. I just want to talk about the specifics of this protest. In the wake of the protests, sent a company-wide memo urging staffers to keep politics out of the workplace. Told workers that this is a business and not a place to act in a way that disrupts coworkers, and went on to urge Googlers to not fight over disruptive issues or debate politics in the workplace. So I guarantee you've got people heated on both sides of this. It's a disruptive thing, and they're finding it disruptive to work. You're not going to win that lawsuit. Best of luck to you. Best of luck to you, people. All right. Now, I'm going to get to this clip. We've got like 10 minutes left in the first hour. I have barely covered our first hour stuff. We're flying through the time. Thank you for being here. We're going until 5:30 today, so thank you on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. It's a beautiful Friday afternoon, so the numbers are apparently a little lower, to be expected. I got to learn to be cool with it. So let's go ahead and get this going. Now, I have no idea what this podcast is. I already subscribed just because the name of it is It's a Gundam. And that's fucking awesome to me. So let's see what this is. They're apparently talking about Phil and his spanking controversy. So It's a Gundam is an animated person? Okay. Interesting. Let's go ahead and flip this over and find out. All right, so we're at 151. Let's go back. Oh, wait, we got to go back over here. We got to go back here just to get me to 1. Let's get to 149. 57. All right. So let's play this and find out what they're talking about and go from there. It's a Gundam is great, says Bobby Bologna. Well, we'll find out. I already subscribed, so I hope so. Meerkat Mob? Interesting. Got a lot of soundproofing on that thing. Oh, that's not real. That's a digital background, dumbass. Is this it is muted.
Like literally top 100 on the whole site.
So it was
views.
like the same thing Boogie did, where he just spam shit.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
basically.
Can y'all imagine the light bulb that went off in his head when he figured out how he could
His
just
free
spam
money.
YouTube for free money? Like, this was going to be his life forever now.
DSP probably had the same sort of light bulb Twitch thoughts have when they figured out they can make money doing risque stuff on Twitch. It's like a caveman discovering fire.
Right. When people ask me, they're like, so people donate to talk? I'm like, yeah, they support the show and everything. And they're like, how do I do that? Like, no.
Surely they want to see Stinky Pete.
Right.
All right, come on.
Surely I can do it.
What's the time on this?
I mean, DSP is a living example that anyone can be a content creator. Tell you the
Anyone
truth.
can be a content creator if you get in at the ground floor.
Yeah.
Right.
The bar is so
Yeah.
fucking high now, it's painful.
Or if you're really super shameless like he is. Where
Okay,
you
that
just
too.
tell people what you want. You just show up and you're like, yeah, I want this amount of subs. I want this amount of money. I want it. And you just got to convince them that
We better
you
get
mean
to
it.
the steel
You're for
toe
real,
part.
so they can take you seriously. And
But
you
then
can
again,
be
he's
just like DSP.
grandfathered in.
Thank you, Hobo Chili Recipe. $5. $5 on the Rumble channel. Thank you very much. We're getting close to buying out a day on the show again. So thank you for that. Bobby Bologna, who's timestamped this, LOL? Mr. Q said an hour and 50 minutes in, which is where we're at. We're now 1 minute past the timestamp, and they're just talking. I'm waiting for the steel toe part, so that just because I'm curious if it features me. If it's Aaron and April or just Aaron, then I could give two shits. But again, we better be soon here, otherwise I'm gonna have to start jumping.
Yeah, you have to have the base of dents to do that, though, right?
Can y'all think of any other streamer that begs, not even as much as him, but just like it would be considered a beggar that's not like a crackhead that's begging for drug money? Someone that's an actual content creator that would be classified as an e-beggar.
Okay, we don't name names. I can go.
Besides Wings and Wings and Boogie, they're easy.
Wings and Boogie out. Okay, Meerkat, you go first.
I don't know. I mean, the ones that I watch just put in effort in their content, and then people see that and support it. So I don't really watch e-beggars.
Okay. Let's be clear about two things. Lots of people put in effort on their content, and people just support it. Lots of people put in effort on their content, and people don't support it. It just depends. Sometimes you have to go a little bit of A, a little bit of B. And some people like me put in a I would say moderate amount of effort on their content, and people support it, and they just casually mention goals. So it goes both ways, homie.
Bossman Jack's a good one. I would say Steel Toe, though. Steel Toe Morning Show. You ever seen them?
Yeah, I've watched them before. Aaron, he's getting a lot worse since his wife left the show.
All right, you got a perfect point. TikTok NPCs, Mr. X. That's
oh
true.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
How long till Philip does that?
I'd love to.
Okay, is that it? Is that the whole thing? So they just mentioned that Aaron's an e-beggar. Okay. Good on you. You pointed it out. I would say it's gotten a lot worse since April left the show. Yeah. Again. I think Aaron would agree with everything they said there. I will say this. This is interesting content, and I will have to look into these guys more. It's a Gundam. The It's a Gundam thing. As a huge Gundam nerd, I find the whole It's a Gundam premise hilarious. So I'm definitely gonna. Boss Man Jack. That is an expert of him gambling ruining someone's life. I mean, maybe. I don't know much about the Boss Man Jack thing. I just thought of all the shows for Steel Toe to be brought up on it was weird. Well, again, Aaron's show isn't unknown. It's been covered by people. We've covered DSP. We've covered other stuff. So it's not surprising that some of these people have found this. And I guess who's the one? I'm guessing it's Joe Piscator the skeleton that's not moving? Because there's one person who has a weird kind of echo in their voice, or was it ALT Insider? I don't remember. Either way, whoever's watching the show, yeah, dude, wow, it seems like Aaron's begging a lot more since April left the show. Yeah, believe it or not, there were a lot of simps who just threw in money when April was on the show. Now he has to beg it. Channels that only react to actual content are all butt fuckers, says Rusty Grammar. Well, I was reacting to this because the audience brought it up. That's why I do most of my reaction stuff. Otherwise, the reaction stuff is overtime. And, yeah, as Aaron has always said, we are an e-beggar network, like we're an e-beggar show. We beg for your subscriptions and everything because it keeps us afloat. But we're very honest e-beggars about it. So, LOL, it's a cycle of shit, then regurgitated shit, which then reheated and consumed again. Which is why I try to switch to stories and stuff. Keep the goatee, Aaron. That's not Aaron. That's not Aaron. John Doe, that's Phil.
I see it.
Well, he's already an NPC, and it's not in short form. He's been having like 15 years of a career of being an NPC. So,
aren't we at 20 almost now?
No, it's still at 16.
Yeah.
16.
At 16.
You content creator for 16 years.
Yeah. This is the
Man,
8th
it's nothing to be
anniversary of
proud
the
of.
jerk off.
Okay. So now they're just going to keep talking about Phil and the jerk off moment. What's their theory, that the jerk off moment was staged? That's interesting. Interesting. Rusty Grammar. Keyword only. I suppose you're right. But yeah, dude, I mean, send I don't know, send that clip to Aaron. Wow, Aaron lost some weight. Again, that was Phil. That wasn't Aaron. That was Phil. That was Phil. Dark Side Phil. Yeah, thank you for telling me about that. I won't deny he's been more beggary, but that's again, if and you know, it's his show and I can only go on his word, but his current word, and he said this on air, is that you know, this month is what it is. Next month, hopefully goals will be dropping. Hopefully goals will be dropping a lot next month, or at least somewhat sizably. I don't know, next month. And then if everything else goes through, we switch to a point of not begging anymore. Then what else can you complain about? And they're not even complaining about our show. They were just listing our shows as e-beggar shows, which, again, we flat out say. I'm an e-beggar show. His neck does look thinner, and his tits aren't as fat and delicious. Who, on Phil or Aaron? If Aaron's looking skinnier, it's probably from, I don't know, all the running around he's doing since he's taken on all those responsibilities. He's on them diet supplements. He's getting all that energy. It's strange. I don't trust it, man. It's strange. All right, so let's go to the chair of the Council of Economic Advisors for President Biden. I support Johnny because he puts in a lot of work and is actually fucking funny. I mean, I'm kind of funny. You know what's really funny? Me and Stairs. Good God, I laugh every time as I fall. Dipshit Phil doesn't even... Dipshit Phil doesn't even do clubs. He's gay. Why does anyone watch Phil? He's gay. He plays old video games and complains when he gets beaten in Street Fighter like a 5-year-old. It's stupid. He doesn't even do super chats. Fat and Delicious. If Aaron put out a rap album. Fat and Delicious. Name of Aaron's sex tape. My favorite Brooklyn Nine-Nine bit. Name of your sex tape. Is the thing. Aaron has Ozempic face. Thanks for stealing medication from diabetics, you fucking scumbag. I'm going to be honest, man. I've seen pictures of Aaron at various stages in his life. He has never lost the little, like, chubby, like, fucking squirrel face that he has. That has never gone anywhere. He always just looks like he's got just cheekfuls of nuts. And just, all right. John Doe. No, you're very funny, Johnny. May I toss your salad? No, I had onion soup yesterday, so I'm doing salad I'm doing soup and sandwich, I think, for dinner tonight. Which, oh my God, my French onion soup yesterday. I went a little heavy on the rosemary and the oregano, so it's more pasta flavored than onion soup flavored. But I don't mind in a beat. And that everything baguette French bread I have. Oh, fuck me running, is that delicious. All right, Aaron's work regime is to take a stroll around the buffet at the Golden Corral. Now, why? Why? And more importantly, it's not about what you do. It's about how many calories you burn. God was drunk when he made Aaron. Don't tell me what to do. I'll make whatever I want. Sir, but nobody's going to want to fuck it. I'll give it a decent personality and maybe a marginally acceptable cock, all right? We'll balance it out. Don't judge me! As much fun as this bit is, and oh God, is it. And we're having fun on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. Happy to see all of you. I got to get to this. Let's watch this on X. Now, this clip is from Finding the Money film. Now, this is a clip of Jared Bernstein, the chair of the Council of Economic Advisors, the main agency advising Biden on economic policy. Let's hear about what he has. Let's hear him about whatever he's talking about here and what he has to say. I'll give you a cheek full of nuts. Oh. Not something I'm interested in, John Doe. I don't know if you know this or not. Pretty solid subscriber to the Vagina Club. Exclusively, actually. All right, let's play this bitch. No, I won't play.
The U.S. government can't go bankrupt because we can print our own money.
It obviously begs the question, why exactly are we borrowing in a currency that we print ourselves?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I'm really, really stupid. Can you repeat that? Let's go back here and hear you say that again.
The U.S. government can't go bankrupt because we can print our own money.
It obviously begs the question, why exactly are we borrowing in a currency that we print ourselves? I'm waiting for someone to stand up and say, why do we borrow our own currency in the first place?
Like you said, they print the dollar. So why does the government even borrow?
Fuck off. Well, again, some of this stuff gets, some of the language that some of the language and concepts are just confusing. I mean, the government definitely prints money, and it definitely lends that money, which is why the government definitely prints money, and then it lends that money by selling bonds. Is that what they do?
Good God. Is that what they do? Can we stop having white-haired people in charge? Oh, my God. He takes Gino's... Oh. I suppose that's one way to get it. Oh, it's a good question. Is that what they do? Again, I don't think you guys realize endlessly printing money is bad. It devalues your currency. So again, why do we bother buying and trading money we print ourselves? Humans give money value, but if you keep making more and more and more and more of it, it doesn't have any value.
They sell bonds. Yeah, they sell bonds, right? Because they sell bonds and people buy the bonds and lend them the money. Yeah, so a lot of times, at least to my ear with MMT, the language and the concepts can be kind of unnecessarily confusing, but there is no question that the government prints money and then it uses that money to, Yeah, I guess I can't really talk. I don't get it. I don't know what they're talking about. Like,
what the fuck? You don't get it. You're advising the president and you don't get how the money that we print works? Like what? Oh my God, but our money is based on nothing to begin with. I mean, technically you're right, John Doe. Our money used to be based on the gold standard, which was a physically tangible thing. But our value in gold is, again, entirely self-inflated. So in the end, it's all... My problem isn't that that we might not be grasping all of this or that you guys might know more about it than me or any of that. My problem is that the guy advising the Biden administration is like, well, I don't really know how it works.
Because it's like... to
again, what was that?
Yeah, I guess I can't really talk. I don't get it. I don't know what they're talking about. Like, because it's like the government clearly prints money. It does it all the time, and it clearly borrows. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this debt and deficit conversation. So I don't think there's anything confusing there.
Okay. We clearly disagree. Again, my problem is nothing that he says. It's only that he's in one of the people talking to the fucking Biden administration about the economy. The U.S. government can't go bankrupt because we print our own money. The government prints money and incurs debt to sustain economic activity. Without these measures, the economy could stagnate, leading to financial challenges for the government. As long as money is printed and managed effectively, economic activity can continue, helping to maintain employment opportunities and create more growth. Like the bank in the game of Monopoly, it has to inject money constantly to keep the game going. All right, so a lot of other people are answering that. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and that's just hurtful. That's so fucking hurtful. Oh my God. Before the gold standard, it was based on colonial script, which was the value was based on the resources of what this country produces, like hay or coal or steel. It's a value based on that money. Interesting. What you're saying is we've had a bunch of different ways that we've done it, and right now is probably the absolute worst. So, and in which I would agree. I would agree. Right now, it's not based on anything. Let's just make some more. Rusty Grabber saying, I'm losing brain cells listening to this F-tard. I think we all did, and I apologize. So we have a story there. I don't really want to cover that. All right, and then we've got two stories, videos. We'll go to this one first. This one might upset some people, and I'm sorry. I'm going to state before we go to this is an attempt and not a success. So let's go.
Yeah, Erica, it took just 1 minute for this.
All right, let's go. Let's go to this video story. This is from 3 days ago from Black Forest Hills Elementary School in Aurora. So let's find out what happened. This is something that freaks the shit out of me. I worry like nobody's business about my daughter. And this one scares the most out of me. Like, of worries for my daughter, this is the biggest one. Not specifically the person in this story that is the assailant or whatever. Just the overall, like, act like this happening. My daughter getting kidnapped scares the fuck out of me. And I don't think, like, oh, someone's going to kidnap my daughter because of who I am. No. I'm just worried about someone kidnapping my kid. Just because random kidnapping. Like, whatever. Like, shit scares the fuck out of me. Anyways, let's go to this video quick. Hopefully, our biggest downer of the day, and then we can move on to fun shit for like the rest of it. At least try to keep the flow moving. We've got 2.5 hours left on the program. Thank you for being here. We're funded into Wednesday, May 8th with $30. Whatever we make today on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, and all that, it all adds up eventually. Rumble's about ready to buy out another day of the show. And the bits, the subs, the Venmo, the PayPal, we add all that up as it comes in and just move the goal forward. So let's get to this video. Again, hopefully the worst downer we have today. And like I said, it is not a success. It's an attempt. So before anyone freaks out and, oh my God, Aurora School kidnapping attempt.
And with that terrifying new video showing the moment a registered sex offender tried to abduct a child from a Colorado elementary school earlier this month.
Yeah, we just obtained that clip from Black Forest Hills Elementary School, and it shows a group of children running away from that suspect. Tonight, Fox 31's Aaliyah Sims reviewed that video for us and joins us in studio. So, Aaliyah, what stood out to you the most?
Yeah, Erica, it took just 1 minute for this suspect to walk on the playground of Black Forest Hills Elementary and try to grab the 11-year-old boy. Concerned parents I spoke with today are demanding accountability for this terrifying close call.
In the video on the right side.
Oh, wait, what do you mean accountability? How could there be any accountability? He was registered. What else could there be? All right, this one might be one where you guys on Rumble will be real happy. Let's go.
Side of your screen, you can see the suspect, police identified as Solomon Galligan, take about 7 steps beyond the fencing before raising his right hand and reaching for the 5th grader's shoulder. He falls down. Seconds later, you see the boy and other students run away.
Jesus Christ, really? Are you effing Landers? Wow. Trump 2024. I don't know what Trump 2024 has or MAGA has to do with any of this. I'm going to take my camera off the screen because they're running towards the camera. I don't know where this is out of. Let's go back a second. Let's go back. Well, more than a second. Let's go back to here. Again.
The playground of Black Forest Hills Elementary and tried to grab the 11-year-old boy.
An elementary playground.
Are demanding accountability for this terrifying close call.
In the video on the right side of your screen, you can see the suspect, police identified as Solomon Galligan, take about 7 steps beyond the
Solomon Galligan, molested on a Monday, tried to abduct on a Tuesday.
Fencing before raising his right hand and reaching for the 5th grader's shoulder. He falls down. Seconds later, you see the boy and other students run away towards the teacher's assistants who are off screen to the left.
It's super scary to watch that, right? Especially seeing the
What the? Wait a minute. What? What happens when he gets up? Does he put his hand on his hip and just kind of like saunter?
He falls down. Seconds later, you see the boy and other students run away towards the teacher's assistants who are off screen to the left.
It's super scary to watch that, right? Especially seeing the perpetrator.
Is he leaning on it?
Pictures of him, I would be.
No, wait. So he did have his hand on his hip, like just kind of like, oh no, you did. I mean, there's like, hey, I walked by a school and I'm a registered person and people stopped me and made assumptions, whatever. And then there's, he jumped the fence and tried to take a kid. He jumped the fence and tried to take a child. That person is do you really think he's going to be okay if we just slap him on the wrist? I really feel like if he was willing to jump into an elementary school playground to yank a kid, well, then we're going to have to talk about him not being free to roam.
Be freaked out if that guy touched me.
Monday afternoon, parents finally had the chance to come face to face with Cherry Creek School District leaders to talk about what unfolded.
They did admit fault, right? But they call it a mistake, right? Mistakes are for burning pizzas. These are people.
Dante White. Oh man. Just take that T off and put in an A and that would be funnier. Oh, Dante White. Mistakes are for burning pizzas. This person was trying to, plunder the booty hole of a child.
children, right? These are lives.
The school should have been put on secure status. All of our staff at the school has been retrained and reviewed all safety protocols.
School officials telling parents safety plans are in place, but faculty didn't follow it.
What we have done is we've added a support person for
Oh,
the
God,
principal.
no. This is the problem with fucking schools, man. Adding an acting assistant principal, more security coordinators, mental health resources, retraining staff on security protocols, reinstating their watchdog group so parents and guardians can play a role in keeping the school safe. That one's okay. Changing our supervision spots on the playground to have a wider view of where students play. That one's okay. The first two are just about you guys burning up more of that budget and funneling it into your pockets or your friends' pockets and then going, well, we really need more funding for these schools to do all this stuff. It's just oh so hard. Rex starts saying, can we address the problem of the actual guy? Right. More bureaucracy doesn't fix anything. I absolutely agree. Adding an acting assistant principal and more security coordinators won't change any of this. You need to add actual security guards, and you need to, I don't know, penalize and punish somebody who, again, this isn't like he just kept hanging out near the school and made people feel uncomfortable. None of that. No. Jumped the fence and tried to take a kid. That is intent. I rest my case. Where's that sound drop? I rest my case.
As well as change where the teacher assistants are located on the playground during recess so that they have full visibility of all students.
Wait a minute. Her name is Lauren Snell. Lauren Snell! We need this done now. Snell.
To make this meeting happen.
I wouldn't say satisfied, right? I would say maybe somewhat satiated. Right, there's a little bit of hope. Like I said, these types of things take collaboration.
This moment, one parents are not forgetting, are using this situation to better protect their kids, and they feel it starts at the top.
Right, they said that no decisions could be made in the moment, not even firing of the principal, which I think is kind of a no-brainer. A lot of things that need to get evaluated.
So district leaders say they will continue to work with parents and say the school isn't taking any actions on employees as a thorough investigation is being conducted. However, parents feel, as you just heard, there should be immediate action taken on that staff involved. They would like to see people placed on leave.
I don't give two shits about the staff. What the fuck happened to the Joker there? What the fuck happened to that ass clown? Okay? I'm in the box. All right. That ass clown up in the circle. This is our problem. We need to deal with this. The faculty, whatever, we can talk about that. What's been done about that guy?
Least and an outside investigation to be conducted rather than an internal one. Aaliyah Sims, Fox 31.
Yeah, that video on.
All right. Do we have a picture of this chud? Do we have the picture of this chud? Is this the one that was that? Is this the one that was that? Yeah. All right, so we don't have an actual picture of the person involved. Again, why is their face blurred out? Why is their identity being protected? They tried. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's why. When I hit my camera button, I couldn't see why my camera didn't come up, and I hit the camera button again, and it popped up, and I was like, oh, why did that? I hit the wrong button there. It really grinds my gears. You can't he violated parole, back to prison. Yeah. Now, I don't have any let's is this a different one? If this is a different one, we're going to play this because while we're waiting for the story to end, Solomon Gilligan, 33, is the person who went on there. They're a registered sex offender and apparently trans. And I'm trying to look for more information. Oh, my God. All right, pause. You know what? If it's in this story, then we're going to play this one, even though we kind of went into it already. Please tell me that we're getting through and going to a story. Yep. All right.
The intended target of an attempted kidnapping in Aurora. It happened last week at Black Forest Hills Elementary School. That suspect is a registered sex offender. Tonight, we're learning more about what happened. Good evening. I'm Michael Spencer.
I hope you were learning about the
That
person.
mother now talking to your reporter in Aurora, Kelly Worthman. And Kelly joins us live tonight at that school. Certainly a terrifying situation.
All right, I'm an asshole. We should have gone with this one first. Kelly's not bad. She's got kind of a dude face. Well, I'll be honest. Kind of a dude face. But if we believe the metrics of the story we read before, that's a solid conservative chick. That's a conservative broad.
For so many last week.
And it's a big reason why, Karen, so many parents decided not to bring their kids back to school today. And they tell me they won't let their kids come back until there is a new safety plan in place. But today, 3 days after this alleged incident, there still isn't a new plan. So these parents tell me they are demanding accountability and change.
This has changed his life forever, in my life.
Miranda Ayala says her son hasn't slept in 3 days since a man nearly kidnapped him at school.
He was touched by somebody else that walked into a field at school at recess with other adults out there that should have been taking care of my son.
That somebody was allegedly this.
Was allegedly? Well, if you'd stop blurring the face in the video, maybe we could make a comparison. But we're not allowed to see the face of the attempted child abductor because we wouldn't want to disparage the poor asshole. This is something that bothers the shit out of me. Why can't we show the face of a person who tried to take someone else's child? In fact, I feel like we should all be able to see the face of someone who tried to take someone else's child. I don't care if you're airing footage from a school security camera. If you tried to take a kid, you do not get to have your identity protected. And oh, sweet Jesus, if fucking Zombie Rob here came up on me as an adult and touched my shoulder, I'd lose my crap. Saying around, holy shit, Black Beetlejuice fall in the grave. Ah, he looks like a Fallout ghoul. He does. If we just get rid of his hair and his nose, we can put him in the show. He looks like an extra from the Walking Dead show. Oh my, yeah, you're right. Again, this is the person who attempted to steal somebody's kid, registered sex offender, and I don't know this for a fact yet. Allegedly trans. And here's all I'm saying about this. I don't care how that fucker identifies. They go to a prison with dudes. They go to a guy's prison. This person doesn't get to go, oh, I identify as a woman, female prison, here I come. No. You go to a guy's prison. There's your punishment for being who you are. Go to a guy's prison.
This man, Solomon Galligan, a known sex offender. He went through the fencing around Black Forest Hills Elementary on Friday, approaching 5th graders during recess. Some kids began yelling stranger danger as the man lunged towards Miranda's son.
It was these kids who saved my son's life.
Several kids, she says, told adults that were supposed to be supervising recess about the strange man who took off, but says their fears seemingly fell on deaf ears.
My son is saying that the TAs were on their phone.
It doesn't work
This is a big deal.
I gotta have more cowbell.
Launched an investigation.
Thank you, Diesel Defects, for following the channel. Toastmaster, it's the downside of being presumed innocent. Well, hey, we don't have to say that the person in the film is that guy, but we should have every right to see the film because whoever the person in that film is trying to take someone's kid. I don't care if we want to presume that Solomon Grundy here was innocent. I care that we're protecting the identity of whoever it was in that video. If he is innocent, he shouldn't have a problem with that video being aired because, after all, it's not you, right? Awful weird if you're like, hey, man, I want my identity protected. Well, if again, I'm going to have nightmare now. You're going to have a nightmare. Do I have a nightmare? Someone suggested earlier, like, give and teach your daughter pepper spray. Can't do that right now. She's 5. She's not responsible enough for that. And right now, I'm very fortunate that all of her like interactions and handoffs and all of that is under a lot of strict supervision. She's not even a 5th grader. She's yeah. So, but again, this kind of stuff scares the crap out of me. It's why when my daughter gets a little older, and me and her mom are both, me and her mother are both very much on the same page about this. She's getting self-defense classes. Like, we're teaching her how to defend herself. We're teaching her how to do like the stranger danger thing. Dude, if I didn't have my MS as bad as it is, like, and all of that, like, I'd be teaching her camping and like world-ending survival stuff. But my daughter was shooting guns at 5. There are no guns in this house, and my daughter is not learning to shoot a firearm anytime soon. I do not believe I will have a gun anytime soon. I am not sure how anyone feels about guns in this house. Again, that being just because it's not safe. And people are like, oh, man, you can't protect yourself, whatever. Dude, let's be honest. I'm fucking nuts, and I'm suicidally depressed all the time. I shouldn't have a firearm around. I could end up going fucking gonzo. I don't want to do that. I know enough about me to say it's not safe. Roots Calhoun, my daughter got a 22 when she turned 7. It was modeled after an AK. Cool shit. I fired one of those. I fired an AK-22. Those things are fun. Look, I'm not against any of that stuff. Again, it's not safe for old Johnny.
Still, several parents are upset with the district and school for failing to secure the campus.
The 3rd graders went out right after this happened. The assailant was able to walk away.
And not being more transparent with families about what happened.
The people that know is only because our children were there and they witnessed it. And so that's why we know the truth. It is not because the truth was given by the leaders of Cherry Creek.
The principal did meet with some families Monday morning and apologized, but many parents say that's not enough, saying it's clear safety is not a priority here.
It's 3 days too late, and you still don't even have a plan. We have kids' lives at stake. This is professional incompetence.
We want to get in front of the superintendent. I think.
Can you just one question? I'm not trying to be rude. But I understand a lot of you guys like had I hate Dante White. Why is he around kids? John Doe, I think he's the parent. I think he's the dad. I think he's her husband. Otherwise, I don't know. Either way, I have one question about Cherry Creek here. Do any of you ladies like have a treadmill or like a workout plan? Moms, pull your kids out. Well, they did. They pulled their kids out and they're not bringing their kids back. But again, Jesus, chunkers, like all of them. We want accountability. How about some accountability for your eating and exercise habits?
I think that he needs to take accountability for how Cherry Creek school systems are being run.
Now, we did make repeated requests for an interview with the school district, but instead we were sent a very short statement that said that they do take safety concerns very seriously, adding, quote, "We are committed to being transparent and accountable to our community." Reporting live in Aurora, I'm Kelly Worthman, covering.
That is such, but we're committed to being transparent and accountable. That's why we didn't say anything until you guys found out. Fuck you, Johnny. We're talking about the kids. What? Mom.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Who is a mediocre personality subscribing for 21 months to the program. Thank you so very, very much. Really, really appreciate that support. That's super awesome. All the donations and support to the show that we get today helps us keep everything afloat. Rumble's about ready to buy out a show day, and everything we get on Twitch, YouTube, and PayPal, all kicking that $30 May 8th goal down. Thank you so much. Again, cowbell for mediocre personality. Hey-o. Really, really appreciate it. Holy shit. YouTube deleted a comment I made joking about you not needing one but 2 boom booms. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry, Fallen. I'm sorry that they're doing that to you. I'm sorry. But yes, thank you so much for supporting the program. Good to see Mikey, Two Milks, Dear Butch, everybody. Glad to have you. So that's that story. Again, supposedly, according to the story, where was the part? A request for an arrest report was pending as of Sunday. Galligan has been charged with one account of attempted kidnapping and is being held in the Arapahoe County Jail on a $25,000 bond. He is due back in court Monday morning. Galligan was said to identify as she/her. And I identify as I don't care. Male facilities, you don't put this guy with ladies. None of this. I don't want this person to be able to go into a female penitentiary. No. And you can say whatever you want to me. I have a very strict rule when it comes to people accessing female like locker rooms, dorms, bathrooms, and all that stuff based on their gender identity. If that's how you identify, then you have to give up the weenus, man. You don't get to have a hot dog and hang out in the bun room. That's not how it works, homie. You don't get to be put in a penitentiary with a bunch of women and be a man. You don't get to do that. And if you identify as a she, her, then you don't get to have that part. And if you do, guess where you go? With all the other people who have a hang down. How about we just name them that? Since we can't call them female and male penitentiaries anymore, how about we call them hang downs and no hang downs? Or in the case of Donald Trump, the cocked or decocked institutions. That's the way we look at it. Flat out. Get subby in this bitch, says Mediocre Personality. Yeah, if we get some subs in, we'll kick off a hype train real quick. That'd be super awesome. We've got 2 hours left in the program. I'm going to just take that off the screen just because no judgment. I just don't want to have that sitting up there on the screen.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
That's Not Now Jake subscribing with Prime. They've subscribed for 15 months. Thank you so much for that. Some cowbell for Not Now Jake coming in hot. Heyo.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Here comes a train, a busy little train, rushing up and down on the daisy line. Mummies and daddies, the grandpas and the grannies, everyone's aboard on the 809. Here comes the train, and here comes driver Ted too. Wah-hey! Here it comes, here it comes, here comes the train today. Here comes the train!
Oh, I didn't have
Dear
it loaded
Boo
in
1
time.
Hype Train, Dear Boo 1 Hype Train, Dear Boo 1 Hype Train, cheer 100.
Thank you very, very much. 9% of the... Fuck me. 9% of the way through level 3. There it is. So I got to do 2 controlled burns off the bat. Getting subby with it, says Lab Glass. Yes, thank you very, very much. Let's check the sticker party thing, too, so we don't miss that if it's coming around the corner. Oh, fucking ways off. Screw it. Don't worry about it. All right, so let me do a controlled burn quick, then we'll get into the next story again. I don't like registered sex offenders and people who identify as trans as criminals being put in female penitentiaries. I just feel like your gender identity doesn't need to be respected.
Last time I checked, we don't have a
when you don't
whole lot of
respect the law.
songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
I actually looked up that song just to see who driver Ted was.
Well, thank
Party
you.
100, Party 100.
Thank you, Rexstar Parody. Was fill some holes, 200 bits. We're now 42% of the way through level 3. This is amazing. Thank you so much. Let me do that first controlled burn, then I got to ring some cowbells, and then we got to get to our next story here. Making that controlled burn sound drop is priority 1 this weekend. Controlled burn number 1. Let's clear that out. We're done with that story. Cowbell for Lab Glass for the 5 gifted subs going out to KG4, Steel Toe Mafia, T. Thompson 2008, Crack Babies. So grateful from that. Lab Glass, huge supporter of the channel. Cowbell coming in for them. Hey-o. Thank you very, very, very much. All right, and then was fill some holes with the 200 bits. Thank you. And then Rexstart, Cowbell for you, quick for, again, your subscription. 17 months. I am honored. Thank you, Rexstart79. Cowbell, hey-o. All right, there we go. Let's clear that out. That's the Aurora one. Holy crap, we're still in the first hour thing. Boris Johnson story I'm going to ditch. It's just literally Boris Johnson's government put in former UK Minister Boris Johnson was turned away from his local polling station on Thursday as he failed to bring with him photo identification, which is required under a relatively new law introduced by his government 2 years ago. So that's just funny. You made the law and you couldn't follow it. All right, so this is a clip of this is a clip of RFK talking in 2005, and it's been getting some traction because of what he says about red state people. And so for everyone that's like, hey man, I'm not a Biden supporter, I'm not a Trump supporter, I'm a Republican or whatever. I'm looking at that RFK guy, and we're a minute left with 47%. So if you're on Twitch and you want to support the show, now is the best time. Otherwise, we're going to finish that hype train at level 3. Thank you so much. QZ Man is Hobo Chili still here. He might be working. QZ Man, he might be working. Teach her to beware of. Yeah, dude, I got to teach my daughter a lot of stuff. I got to figure out some things about that. But that's a me problem. John Doe saying, I love St. Caesar and Lab Glass. Lab Glass is the best supporting the show. St. Caesar's a good man in the chat. And yeah, we're grateful for all of it. Thank you very much. We got 30 seconds left in the hype train. If you want to help it, now is the best time. Probably going to end it right there, though, it looks like. So let's keep this going with the RFK video here. So this is RFK from 2005. 2005. So, and this is my thing. Is he still this person? Does he still feel this way? Interesting. Let's find out. How does he feel? How do you feel, Mr. Kennedy?
But these pundits get in, and, they posit that the reason that, Bush won the election is because we have the red states and the blue states, and that, the red states, there's this huge kind of moral war, a culture war going on in the United States, where you have the red states who are morally robust, and you have the blue states that are kind of degenerate and dissolute. And
Hi, I'm calling you from about 19 years in the future. This video clip has already, from what you've just said, aged incredibly, incredibly, incredibly badly. You still have 1 minute. I hope you don't dig any deeper.
It's not true. And I'll tell you, first of all, I did this piece for Vanity Fair, and when I went out and looked at basically at who was more moral, the red states or the blue states, using the criteria that most of us use to judge morality. And what I found was not what everybody assumes. I found
What's the criteria that most of us use to judge morality? That's immediate. Using the criteria that most of us use to judge morality. And what I found. What's the criteria that most of us use to judge morality? That is a very blanket term. That leads to a very dangerous assumption that we all use the same criteria to judge morality, or that most of us use the same criteria to judge morality. I can't be honest about that until I know what that criteria is. Because I'll be honest with you right now, if that criteria is like, say, general moral, like general Christian morals overall, going to be the red states. Again, you keep digging, man. You keep digging. And thank you for that hype train. Level 3, 47%. Super awesome. We'll tally all that up. Let's go.
The lowest divorce rate in America was Massachusetts, a blue state. The highest divorce rate was Texas, a red state. The lowest teen pregnancy rate was Massachusetts. The highest was Texas. The 10 lowest divorce rates in our country were all blue states. The 10 highest were all red states. The 10 lowest teen pregnancy rates, all blue states. The 10 highest, all red. Red state people are more likely to murder you, to impregnate your teenage daughter, to commit a violent crime against you, to commit a nonviolent crime against you, to watch Desperate Housewives on TV.
Okay, this is a lot of accusations. I need to know where the information is from. I'll say this, though. You should have run for president then. Your chances would have been a lot better.
To buy pornography, to buy, degenerate video games like Grand Theft Auto.
Okay. He's saying that the blue states don't do that and the red states do. He's saying that the red state people, like in Texas, are more likely to do that stuff. That's where some of what he's saying is true, but it comes with expert level cherry picking. For example, the divorce rate in red states is actually higher. Here's a map from Bowling Green State University study. Arkansas, New Mexico, Wyoming, and Kentucky. Okay. Arkansas remained the state with the highest divorce rate in the U.S. with per married women in 2022. No other state in the top 5. 20. All right, I don't want to go through this. Can we explain? Oh, damn. Okay. Okay, so we do have it. So, yeah, there are more people. He's right. So here's the graphic. All right. So here's the graphic about the marriage thing that he's talking about. And he's right. People in the red states are more likely to get divorced. But what they're also failing to mention by any measure is that you consider the fact of marriage rates. When you look at that screen next to marriage rates, you find this. It's almost like we're seeing more divorces because we see more marriages in these states, with the exception of Maine. But which one was Massachusetts? Oh, Massachusetts. Again, they're not seeing divorces in Massachusetts is because they're not getting married in the first place. They're just effing like rabbits without getting married. That seems less moral, not more moral. Oh, God. So if people in blue states simply live with partners out of wedlock, then there's no divorce rate. Even if they're switching partners every month, then, again, it's all so cherry-picked. Oh, no. Oh, cringe. Yeah, I'm sorry, RFK. You're done. You're done. That's enough of me to not want you to ever be in charge. All right, so there we go. There we go. Okay. We've got all that done. We've got an hour and 45 left in the program. Happy to have all of you here. Thank you for being here. D.C. has the highest abortion rate, LMAO. Right, and like I said, RFK is so full of shit. And again, this is from 2005. This is from 2005. The problem is, in 2005, this narrative was already skewed to make it fit. Add the reality of 19 years where we've watched California become a den of just crap, where all of the liberal cities have become dens of debauchery and like homeless people littering the streets and drug addicts everywhere. Again, the really, really liberal cities, the super moral places, are where all the crazy fucked up shit is happening. And the really, really super dangerous red states are the ones that outlawed abortion, don't allow abortion, are super hard on drugs, And again, a lot of them better on the Second Amendment for people defending themselves. If you want to talk to me about morality, I'm sorry, RFK, that clip aged really, really badly. That clip aged like a cum stain on a blue dress. Nobody was happy. All right, especially the dry cleaner. Let's clear out the first hour stuff. Jesus Christ, first hour stuff, and it's 3:45. I can't believe it. We got to drop our audio for a little bit while we grab these videos. Actually, you know what? We'll leave it up and we'll just mute it. Don't do any sound drops. It's messed up that these little specks on the map get to vote for the rest of the 97 to 98% of the country. Well, that's kind of what the whole thing yesterday about our content and coverage on the city seceding was about too. Like I said, with the city separating to become, St. George or whatever, they don't like how the other people are voting and running their school districts. They don't get to have complete say on that. They have to share that with the other people. The other people don't put in as much economically, but have just as much say. They dictate where and how things are done, and at a certain point, if they're not doing things the way you like, you're eventually going to go, you know what? I'm out. I'm not doing it. And so I support that. Even the person who told me about that story, and they said it with a very snarky tone, like, good, secede. And I'm like, yep, watch what happens. Watch what happens. All right. Again, it's almost like all of that stuff is kind of bullshit. All right, so we've got a couple of different. Oh, that's right, we do have a couple of different things to get into. So we've got an Angel of Death nurse story. All right, so now we're going this Gordon Ramsay. Okay. All right, so this might end up taking the rest of the show. We've got an Angel of Death nurse story. We've got NYPD talking about the things that they found at the encampments for the protests. So we'll find out what those are about. And then we've got we just got some bunch of campus protest stuff to cover anyway. Then we've got a story about a Dallas to Tokyo flight that was canceled because of a Japanese Airlines flight because the pilot was too boozed up to be able. Oh boy, we'll get that. And then we have arguments on how to cook a steak, and then we'll play a video from Gordon Ramsay, the self-proclaimed expert of steak cooking, on how to cook a steak. So we'll get to all of that. Jay Bra saying, Johnny, howdy. Great to see you. Did you see the article I sent you about the DEA? I saw that you sent me an article, and I was going to grab it and put it in the thing, but I got loaded with everything else on the show. Loaded. I got loaded up with everything else on the show, and I just didn't get a chance to. I'll either use it for this Sunday or next week, probably. Jay Bra saying I sent no articles. No, I'm talking to Fallen the Great. Fallen the Great's comment. LOL loaded. Yeah. All right, so let's get to this one first. This one is creepy. This stuff freaks me out on a personal note because I always worry that I could end up in a situation like this. I go into the hospital a lot. Oh boy, angels of death scare the crap out of me. I'm always worried that the nurse I'm working with is gonna be one. All right, let's go and play. From Butler County. Oh, unmuted.
Motion.
She's pure evil.
Melinda Brown is the sister
Let's
of
rewind
the
it, 'cause
courtroom of Judge Joseph Kubit, packed with people filled with both rage and emotion.
She's pure evil.
Melinda Brown is the sister of Nick Simbel. 41-year-old Heather Presti pleaded guilty to killing Simbel in Sunnyview Nursing Home in Butler. Presti allegedly telling a nurse that some patients, like Simbel, needed to die.
There's no justice for this. We'll get justice when she meets her maker.
Again. Oh, I didn't hit the button hard enough. I mean, technically speaking, isn't she? This is the weird thing where I get with the organized religion when she meets her maker. Isn't she supposed to be? Isn't she playing her role? We're all preordained to do all this stuff. God is all-knowing, omniscient, so he set us all up to do everything. He knows what decisions we're going to make. He puts the forks in the road, and then he knows which way we're going to go. For the record, I'm not gay. I just want to see Johnny's dong. It's not impressive. It's not impressive.
Elizabeth Simmons Ozella and Matthew Simmons are the children of Irene Simmons, who Presti injected with a fatal level of insulin, despite the 78-year-old woman not being diabetic. Simmons was also under Presti's care at Sunnyview.
Why
it
is
needed
she
to be
doing?
done. My brother and I needed to come today. We've been looking forward to being able to say what we feel. We know it's probably falling on deaf ears on her side, but
Well, she
anybody
did
who can do
admit
what
to
she
it.
did isn't going to care about a few words of what we say.
So she's still with us. She's just not quite the person she was prior to this.
Marissa Hiles is the niece of Betty Hutchinson, who survived Presti's attempts to kill her with excessive insulin. She had
Missy Hiles. For the my cover is blown. Yeah, dude, cover blown.
stroke, however, and is unable to feed herself and speak. Patrick Carney, meanwhile, addressed the court on behalf of his brother-in-law, Jack Rogers. Rogers survived being shot down in a chopper in Vietnam. He got the Purple Heart, but he did not survive Heather Presti.
Justice, the only justice we want is it to happen to nobody else.
And while she would eventually tell her victims' families in court that she was sorry,
I'm willing to believe that, Fallen the Great. But, like I said, it's just not the stuff I heard. I mean, that's much more plausible. Absolutely.
for her part, Presti didn't want to talk about what she pled guilty to us. Why did you hurt those people, Heather?
I want to know what her reasoning is. You got to have a reason. You pled guilty.
But he did not survive Heather Presti.
Justice, the only justice we want is it to happen to nobody else.
And while she would eventually tell her victims' families in court that she was sorry for her part, Presti didn't want to talk about what she pled guilty to us. Why did you hurt those people, Heather?
Any remorse?
Are you as evil as they say you are? Why
Yeah.
them? They were helpless.
Do you have anything to say to the victims' families?
Oh my God. Can she get to him? Can she get to him, please? Razor board retirement plans. All right. Anyways, Bing Jojo. Who made God? Someone deciding who lives or dies because of her retarded values. Again, I agree. That's why this is the thing. You get to decide whether someone wants to keep living or dying. I really don't like people, and I'm sorry, I know this is probably horrible, but it's driving me nuts. I've got to clip my fingernails. I noticed that my thumb was in need of being clipped, and my thumb's in need of being clipped like my balls. But yeah, Angels of Death are wrong and creepy. Who made you? Who made you? John Doe saying, I love you, Johnny. I love everybody. Thank you for being here. I absolutely believe this lady is an evil, piece of garbage. But what is God? What? I think you mean, what if God? What if God was one of us? Just a slob like one of us. Just a stranger on the bus trying to make their way home. Speaking of God watching reality like The Sims, and I like that idea, let's go to this one. Let's go to this one. Now, the protests at UCLA and all those other places have been going on, and they've been getting cleared up. Let's see how respectful the people demanding fair treatment and respect are of. Let's just see the aftermath. Let's see what happened. I mean, it looks like a war zone, but go.
A look around the encampment after police have gone through here and forced the pro-Palestinian demonstrators out.
I will say it's a little unfair to paint the protesters in a disparaging light for being messy or sloppy or whatever. I'm pretty sure this place didn't look like this before the police rode through hard and rough. I feel like the police forcibly moving the protesters had a significant impact on that. But also, by the way, in terms of like the overall damage to the grounds, the walking paths are treaded, so the grass is effed up there. Grass is half dead where all of the tents were. So this is going to cost the college money just to fix, and you know they're going to spend that money right away to fix it. Free tents, says J-Bra. Yeah, but they probably smell like patchouli and piss.
CHP tells me 100 people were taken into custody during this operation. It took about 3 hours. What a mess. Taking a look.
Again, what a mess. Yeah, because the cops rolled through and arrested people who didn't want to be arrested. It doesn't look good, but again, you expected them to be nice about it? A group of 400 Jewish people volunteered to clean up tonight the mess and the garbage left behind by the freedom fighters and pro-Palestinians of America. Yep. All right. So the Jewish people came by and cleaned up the mess. Well, I mean, you don't want to be one of the pro-Hamas like protesters and then go back and start cleaning up. You might get arrested. I mean, they did want you out of there. Do you want to go back just to pick up your tent? If they wanted to clean up, they could have just dispersed. They didn't. I like patchouli when it's not mixed with BO and cigarette smoke. I've never found patchouli particularly entertaining. But hey, Toastmaster, to all their own. In all fairness, if the nurse was cute and gave me a hand job, I might let the killing part slide, says Landers. You know, I mean, if you're going to go with a smile, you got a point. You know, who doesn't enjoy a good, happy ending, right? Oh, please, really? The Jews? Yeah, here's why a group of 400 Jewish people immediately volunteered to clean up the protest grounds. Because it makes them look super-duper awesome. Makes them look super-duper good. So the minute these people who are against the state of Israel and everything got kicked out, they're like, well, we better go help fix things. Life hack I've discovered: if you want free athletic gear, go to a marathon in cold climate. They start running and just toss their shit. When I ran mine, I tied mine around my waist. It was low 40s in Dallas at the start of it. Hey, well, there we go. There we go. Information. Isn't that awesome? Oh, boy. All right, so let's go to the video of the protesters or the 400 people cleaning. Let's go to the 400 people cleaning. Okay. Who do we have here? All right, so there's no videos of it. They're just someone walking through a messy area and posted that a group of 400 Jewish people volunteered to clean up tonight the mess and the garbage left behind by the freedom fighters, pro-Palestine people of UCLA. Again, that's just a claim. That's claiming. Oh, all right. We've got other stuff to get into in that. Anyhow, so that's a claim. I don't know. The comments on that are funny. Yeah, so a lot of people having fun with that and memes and stuff, but yeah, I don't know that I want to sit on that for too long. So, We have a video of the New York City mayor saying that professionals have been influencing campus protesters. This is one of those videos that we're going to play where a lot of people are going to go, hey, man, that's not news. Like, yep, it's not news. We were saying this from the get-go. But again, now it's actually coming out that, again, these peaceful protests that were organized by just good, caring people who want to make a difference that seem to have all of their shit together with matching stuff nationwide, turns out that might have been, I don't know, actually done by professionals influencing the events. Wonder if we can chase that money around. Oh, I wanted to skip ad. I don't want to load this. I want to skip ad. I wanted to skip ad, you chud. Don't be a dick. Skip the ad.
I have one more.
USA flag. U.S. flag back up after protesters removed.
Students at the University of North
I don't care about
Carolina
that.
were singing the national anthem. As
describe the ongoing protests which have erupted across the country in response to those who say, hey, these are just students protesting here at Columbia. He says there were outside agitators who influenced and co-opted the entire operation. Take a look. Columbia issued a shelter in place for students just before 8:30 local time last night, and the mass arrest began about an hour later. Droves of officers in riot gear entered the campus and moved past makeshift barricades created by those student protesters. The students were taken into custody with zip ties and led out to correctional buses. The NYPD says in the days leading up to the overnight chaos, even as Columbia locked down access, people still got onto campus who should not have been.
Last week, there was the wife of somebody who had been convicted for material support to terrorism on campus, and we have no evidence of any criminal wrongdoing on her part. But that's not somebody who I would want necessarily influencing my child if I were a parent of somebody at Columbia.
Oh, boy. The wife of somebody who has been convicted of contributing to terrorism. So, again, and we can talk about this all day long. The important part, more than the fact that that person being at this movement sounds hinky, is just that, again, the simple fact, a lot of people at this protest weren't students at the university. Another reason, people are like, oh, Johnny, you're against these protests. You're against the freedom of speech. I'm against them being at the college. That's supposed to be a place for the students to learn. What if one of these agitators took things way, way too far and students got injured? Again, they weren't actually supposed to be there. We went camping a couple of times when I was a kid. Mom brought a broom to sweep the forest floor on our campsite. Head of broccoli. Oh, wrong button. Thank you. It wasn't just mine. Why the fuck do you sweep a campsite? We're on dirt. Like, I get it. I want to get all the needles and the twigs out of the way, the tents. Uh-huh. Just put down a fucking tire. Why are you sweeping? We're on dirt. We're on dirt. God damn it. And here's the other thing. When we went camping, because that was one of the things we did in my family. That was one of the, we didn't get to really do vacations. In fact, the closest thing I had to a vacation was 3 months of hell. And yeah, like camping was the one thing we did that was fun. I'd stay up all night just keeping the fire going. When we ran out of wood, or all the wood that I was allowed to burn, I'd start foraging. I'd find me every twig, every stick, every loose piece of wood that I can tuck into that fucking fire. Yeah, and that's what I did. What if God was one of the protesters? My mom did that too. I have no idea how to answer that phone.
Columbia leadership asking for the NYPD's help, writing in part, quote, "We believe that while the group who broke into the building includes students, it is led by individuals who are not affiliated with the university. The individuals who have occupied Hamilton Hall have vandalized university property and are trespassing."
Again, even if they are just members of the university, vandalism. Again, this isn't a peaceful protest. It's not the most violent one. It's not Minneapolis for 2 years. But it's also it's a hell of a lot worse than January 6th was. Why aren't any of these people in Gitmo?
Leave the campus. If you refuse to leave, you may be placed under arrest.
And just before midnight, this was the scene at another campus where anti-Israel protesters over at City College of New York set off flares before officers moved in to clear out an encampment there. Harris, arrest totals are still being finalized between both campuses, but we're told it's going to be nearly 300 people who were taken into custody. Columbia says the students who occupied Hamilton Hall face expulsion. Back to you.
Wow, that's going to be a career disruptor for those who are seniors. Thank you. Universities can no.
That's going to be a career disruptor for those who were seniors. No shit. But don't worry, we covered this yesterday. They're going to be fine. Iran said they can go there. Tuition free. Tuition free. So yeah, ladies, super woke dudes, all of that. Start, brushing up on your Farsi. Get a couple of phrases down. Spank yourself right on into Iran and finish that diploma and that degree. And heck, the job market there is already saying they'll hire you guys. All you got to do is go over there and work. What are the rules on women working in there in that country again? I don't remember. I've got a request to check PayPal. Thank you for supporting the show on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble, all the programs. We love all the support we get. As soon as I open my phone, it goes beep, beep, beep. All righty, boom. You just received a $5 PayPal. Well, that is awesome. Sweet. Well, let's drop that down on the old goal. So Wednesday's $30 goal is now down to $25. We haven't factored in anything from today's hype train. So we might be done with Wednesday's goal already. Who knows? We'll find out. Tune in Monday. We are going to 5:30 automatically, so that means you tune in Monday no matter what. Iran education, women can't speak unless spoken to 101. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stop talking out of my ass on that. Let's look up women's rights in Iran. Google women's rights in Iran. Iran forbids women from traveling without the consent of her husband. According to Article 18 of the Passport Law passed in 1973, a husband can ban his wife from leaving the country. What about single women? Single women's rights in Iran. Single women's rights in Iran. Dude. Single women's rights in Iran. The women's right movement in Iran continues to attempt to institute reforms, particularly with the One Women's Rights Campaign. I went October 2023. No, I don't want settings. Iranian women and girls face further violation of their rights under compulsory veiling bill. A 16-year-old schoolgirl remains in a coma after falling unconscious at a Tehran metro amid reports that a confrontation with somebody enforcing Iran's degrading and discriminatory compulsory veiling laws led to her hospitalization. Oh yeah, so they've been beating young girls about not wearing a veil. Okay. Let's go to are women's education Iran. Women's education Iran. Women's education Iran. Boom. Did you mean women's education Iran? Yeah. In Iran, schools are segregated by gender. Girls are taught curriculums, including a selective focus on arts and humanities meant to reinforce the belief that they are physically and cognitively weaker than boys. According to reports from women's leaders on the ground in vital... Okay. Women's college education. This is as far as I'm going. I think people are probably getting bored with this. College education in Iran. Women's college. Gender specialization continued through university level, where the fields of basic sciences, medical sciences, and arts were studied by a majority of women, and agricultural and veterinary science and engineering and humanities were pursued by men. So again, I don't know how much you're going to want to do for, like, again, if you want to just, get on your knees and be a good wifey, I don't know how much you want to do in Iran. Overall, I'm just saying. And I'm going to love watching all of those people. That fallout is going to be hilarious. All of the people in the next few months and years going, I participated in this, but I didn't want to. Because again, when they look into the, I'll go to Iran and get my education finished there. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Iranian education, introduction to human biology. Women have no orgasm. Well, I don't think we're going that far about it. Farsi, start by saying... All right, I'm going to take that off the screen just in case. I don't know if that's offensive or not. I don't really care, but I want to get in trouble for, he just promotes offensive language. No, I don't promote it. If I think it's offensive or if I'm worried it is, I take it off the screen. In Iranian education, home economics, men work, women cook and breed. Actually, dude, that is like a regular thing in just the social structure and teachings in that part of the world. Like literally, we watched the... what was it, that dating show? I watched a video for a dating show a while ago where a white guy was talking about trying to land like a Middle Eastern woman or whatever, and she was explaining to him that a matchmaker was explaining to him that the expectation of Middle Eastern women is that the man is going to provide. Like, she's the woman of the house. You're going to keep the house afloat. Like that's a very set up thing. And he kept being like, well, I really expect like a 50-50. Like we both, again, in a weird way, there's a weird kind of expectation that the guy is going to have the wife at home, but also a coworker in the household, which is something that the women's rights and feminist movement really kind of pushed after World War II. And then the economy took a hold of it and said, hey, now we can fucking suck more money out of people on taxes. Government certainly didn't mind. Anyways, we're going to keep going. We've got an hour and 15 minutes left in the program. Let's get to another video that we're going to play. Our last piece of protester fucking riot whatever video. This one's just for funny. This is a video with audio commentary on protesters in bike helmets with garbage can shield lids taking on the police. And,
in a spectacle.
All right. So we're going to go to this video. Al, come on. Come on, jump up. You can jump up. It's no higher than over there. Come on. Alfred. Stop demanding my attention and get up here so I can pet you. You furry chud. I'm trying to do a show. F it. We're doing the show. No, I can't devote my time to you. I'm doing the show. Either you jump up here or I do the show. Stop being a fucking bastard, you cat. All right, screw it. We're going to the video. And let's go ahead and go. My cats are looking everywhere wanting to know where's the cat. Yeah, he's down there being a dick. Yeah, pet that pussy. Eventually. If he'd get up here, you could all see him and meet him. But again, he doesn't. You don't want to jump up in my lap. All right, let's play this video.
Of misguided valor, the privileged warriors bravely advanced, placing their faith in Rubbermaid and patchouli oil.
I don't know who made this, but I have already. I have no words. The like classic like World War II or Vietnam documentary of this is hilarious. At Heavens FX. That's who we have to thank.
In a spectacle of misguided valor, the privileged warriors bravely advanced, placing their faith in Rubbermaid and patchouli oil. But the guardians of order stood resolute, repelling the advance like the steel curtain. The would-be revolutionaries met not with victory, but with the cold reality of life. Echoes of the folly of youth reverberated across the nation, a cautionary tale immortalized in the annals of absurdity.
Oh my God, that is so awesome. That is so awesome. Oh my God. LARP. Yeah, dude, that is hilarious. Miriam 10,000 BTC. What? I don't know what that is, but let's click this person. How do we have a mod on the Rumble thing? Feel free to swingeth your sword. Or I suppose can't I like click this and mute this person forever? Can't I do that? No, do I have to click this? Or click that? Do I have to click this? Mute user forever. There we go. User muted. Problem solved. My cat. All right, so there we go. There's the kitty. We have our kitty, our old grandpa cat Alucard. Oh, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're not on to that one yet. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. Oh man, I might watch that later again just for fun. Just because of a pussy at your feet. How I long for that kind of relationship. Well, this is a furry one. He's an asshole, but he's my asshole, and he's been kind of neglected in the sense that he normally used to get a lot of attention, and now with all the stuff I do and everything, he doesn't get as much. So if he would just get up in my lap during the show, I'd give him some scritches and stuff, but he doesn't like jumping up. He's getting old, so I have to kind of get him, but he won't let me get him. All right, let's get...
At La Colombe, real is at the root of every...
All right, we're going to read this story, and then we're going to get to the last thing of the second hour, the big hubbubaloo about how do you like your steak. And then we have a video of Gordon Ramsay talking about how to cook the perfect steak on YouTube. We'll kind of rip the shit out of that and watch it and whatever. And then, everybody can put in their opinions about how to cook a steak. I'm sure everyone will get opinionated. They usually tend to in that kind of stuff. We're going again for another hour and 15 minutes on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. So glad to have all of you here. Sorry, Al, I got to switch hands so I can get back to getting to stories. So let's read this one quick. A Japan Airlines flight was grounded from Dallas to Tokyo. Thank you, Saint Aren, for the 25 bits. The cat can't hear the jump scares, so it's just me. Alrighty, the flight was delayed last week after a hotel room noise complaint exposed the captain's excessive drinking the night before its scheduled takeoff. The airline confirmed the flight JL-11 from Dallas to Tokyo on April 23 was canceled because an unidentified 49-year-old pilot was allegedly drinking with crew members the night before the Japanese outlet reported. Guests reportedly made several complaints about the pilot and crew members' behavior in the hotel lounge and hotel room after they returned from dinner in Dallas. Police issued a warning to the pilot after they were called to the scene around 2 a.m. on Tuesday. Oh my God, really? Although the pilot did not violate the airline's guidelines against drinking within 12 hours of liftoff, Japan Airlines said they canceled the flight due to the need to assess the captain's physical and mental well-being. The Dallas to Tokyo flight tomorrow? Yeah, just put it off. No, cancel it. Cancel it. No, we gotta, no. Nope. He's, and that his dick is Pikachu. We gotta cancel this thing. We can't have him keep going. Sir, how can we know this man is a problem? Because he literally is running up and down the hallway screaming, "It's a Gundam!" Sorry, I've got "It's a Gundam" on my head now. We did that already, so we've covered that. Oh, there was a message about the month of May. Interesting. That is interesting. I might be able to use that later. John Doe, nice, drinking, sucking and fucking. We don't know that there was any sucking and fucking. It was a 49-year-old pilot and a Japanese Airlines. Oh, there probably was. You're probably trying to tap that sweet, like, airline hostess trim. What if it was all dudes, though? I don't know how they do that. That me, bro. I am drunk now. Cheers, bro. Jesse, that's kind of the norm, but welcome to the show. Cheers to you, too. The airline specified that the flight was not canceled because the pilot was intoxicated at the time of the flight. It is true that the captain consumed alcohol, a spokesperson told the outlet, noting that there was a sufficient interval between alcohol consumption and the scheduled duty time. So, you know, he was going to sober up or maybe just take a sake belt and be on the way. Saint Laurent saying steak has to be well done. Saute mushrooms and onions in Jack Daniels. Cook the steak in Jack. When nearly done, add everything together. Add black pepper and butter. Put on plate. Add parsley. That is one opinion. I will say I like the Jack Daniels sauteed mushrooms and onions. I don't like the steak cooked in the Jack though. You want to, if you're gonna make a meal like that, you got to make flavors that, or well, you don't have to. I apologize. I'm being a dick again. The way I was taught and the way I enjoy it is the proper way to make a meal, especially with something like that, is like the toppings and things are to offset the flavor of the things they go with, and it's a better concert. You know what I mean? Whatever. Let's just keep going. All right, so Japan Airlines said they were unable to find a replacement pilot in time for the flight's scheduled departure. They apologized to the customers. They were transferred to an American Airlines flight. It is unclear whether they experienced delays. Well, I'm guaranteed that they didn't get there anytime soon. Because, again, you totes my goats kind of fucking canceled the flight, switched it to someone else. Tom's a little in the bag. Oh, okay. Later, buddy. Thanks for hanging out, Alucard. And now I have a shit ton of fur on my shirt. That's awesome. What the fuck? I could have swore we banned you already. Didn't we ban that person already? Didn't I mute that person already? Oh, Miriam Desker. So now it's Emma. Ugh. Sick of bots. I really hate bots on stuff like this. Just oof. People are like, what would you do if you had a hobby? I'd hunt down people who use bots and whatever their thing is for, and I'd ruin it. All right, let's go ahead and clear that out. That's the Dallas to Tokyo flight. We only have what is it? A little bit more than 40. What is it? Not 40. No, we have just about an hour left in the program. We have about an hour left in just drink water, bro. Dude. Oh, you mean the pilot? See, they weren't even saying that it isn't that he couldn't be like sober in time to be a pilot. They simply didn't want to try like chance it. So anyways, let's get to this. There was a post that got some attention. It was by a person named Wayne. It says, it's pretty remarkable that has 3 or more children, regularly attends church, is patriotic. All are now clearly conservative, coded, completely natural just a generation ago. What? I feel like my wife's getting pregnant for a 3rd time in 3 years kind of gave the game away. I don't know what the fuck that's about, but anyways, people added liking steaks to the thing, and now people started polling, how do you what kind of steak do you cook in the vote? And so they even included they included the polls on the page. Let's go to these. So let's see, guys, what do we go through? What are the best cuts of steak? Multiple choice. I'm gonna say absolute number 1, filet mignon. Sirloin, ribeye. I do not like T-bone. T-bone is horrible. Skirt isn't. Strip steak, tenderloin. Bobby Bologna. Wayne! I'm trying to think. What else do we go with here? I feel like those are the 3 best, in my opinion. I don't submit votes. Cast and confirm your votes. There we go. Multiple choice allowed. Oh, boy, and I landed right on the nuts with the top 3. The T-bone. The T-bone and the sirloin tied for for 3rd. But I landed right on. I feel great about my choices. Ribeye 29. Not enough. A good filet mignon. Filet the T-bone for me. Filet mignon, New York strip, and sirloins is headed broccoli. Filet mignon, New York strip. Where's the New York strip? Well, they just did strip steak, right? Like strip. So they just did strip steak. So you're landing New York. What did you say? Filet mignon, New York strip, and sirloin. So filet mignon, New York strip, and sirloin. You missed the ribeye at the 20. That's the big one? The ribeye? Jesus Christ. I can't believe that. I'm very happy to see that the skirt and the flank steak are very, very low, because those, as for round steak, I've never had round. Like ground? I don't know. Ribeye, because I am poor, says QZ Man. Maybe that's why ribeye is high, because a lot of people like ribeye because that is maybe more affordable. Thank you very, very much, Jesse. I appreciate that. All right, whatever. As long as none of them are well done, friggin' burnt meat. Right, if you want well done steak, why aren't you just ordering the chicken? Okay? Fuck off with well done steak. I'll go medium well in general. The only way I find a well done steak permissible is if you are a pregnant woman. If you are a pregnant woman and you want a well-done steak as a safety measure, I will allow that. I will understand, and I won't hold it against you. But if you fucking... Oh, well done. I hate well-done steaks. Fucking well-done steaks. All right, so some ribeye with some sunny side eggs on it. It's not a bad one. I've never done that. Never done that. All right, so that's where we landed for overall resoundingly seeming like the audience also agreeing. The ribeye, I feel good where I landed. Let's go with the best way to cook a steak. And the best way to cook a steak. People are saying grill, pan fry, broil, griddle, smoke, right over the fire, cook my steak, air fryer, microwave. I want to see how many people click microwave just for fun. Let's go with ideal ways to cook a steak, in my opinion. People are going to hate me for this. I'm going to go grill number 1. Oh, there's only one. You only get to pick one? I thought you got to pick multiple. Okay, number 1 way to cook a steak. Absolute number 1 way to cook a steak. I'm going to say grill. I'm going to go grill. I'm going grill. I'm casting the vote. Oh, I hit it at 57. Ugh. I'm going to explain my madness in a bit, too. Some ribeye with some sunny side. Yeah, we covered all that. Again, we got an hour left in the show. I don't think people really care about this. So how done should the steak be? I'm going medium rare. Casting the vote. And I landed it on the nuts again. Woo! All right. I'm very happy with where I landed. Oh. Worried me for a minute. But again, the reason I'm going that way, I believe in marinating a steak. A head of broccoli. Number 1, grill. Number 2, pan fry. Otherwise, slice it up and stir fry. Fair enough. I'm not against the pan-fried steak, but the reason why I prefer the grilled steak, I love the grill marks. And again, I love to use a marinade. And when you grill it, the marinade will exude a lot more, and it's just a fresher way. Plus, then if you're doing, like, depending on how you're grilling, some people were saying smoked. Like, that's the thing. Smoke is at 5%. Well, here's a smart way to smoke your meat. Use a grill with wood for fire. Now you've got a wood-fired steak. That's just about smoked, my friend. Steak on a barbecue is fire. I have a campfire pit with a swing-over grate. That's how I like cooking my steaks. Medium rare, says no Penn 15 fathead. Well, medium rare is the 58%. So no Penn 15 fathead, medium rare barbecue. I meant. Oh, okay, St. Caesar. Yeah, I prefer my steaks rare overall. But as for how done a steak should be, you really shouldn't go over medium rare. But that is, again, an opinion. Let's go to Gordon Ramsay quick for this. This is our last part of our what's it called? Last part of our second hour stories. After we get through this, we go into the third hour stuff. We have an hour left in the show. Thank you for being here. On Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube. Glad to have everybody. Love how the numbers have been up lately. Awesome to have. So this is a very short video. I don't want to be in it too long. This is Gordon Ramsay explaining how to cook the perfect steak. I don't know how much I'm going to agree with this mofo, but let's find out.
Guide to cooking a perfect steak. Hot pan. The secret here is to make sure that we literally sear the steak and not boil it.
Right.
Season it first. Beautifully done.
Season it first. Beautifully done. You just covered it in a shit ton of salt. Again, sir, my question again for you, the marinating. Am I the only person who understands that marinating is a thing? You can flavor the meat. You can texture the meat. You can take a bad steak and make it an amazing steak with the right marinade. You can't do that with rock salt and a fucking pepper mill.
Some nice large grains of pepper, so you got a nice bit of heat. Mop up all that seasoning and sort of push in. The four most important parts to make sure you take them out of the fridge 20 minutes before you actually start cooking them.
That's a good one.
That's stone cold in the center. You're going to have to overcook it on the outside. Pan's just started smoking. Touch of oil in. Roll that round. And then just lay the steaks away. Always away from you. And let the pan do the work. That's the kind of noise you want to hear in the pan every time. That nice sear. Again, pair of tongs. Turn it over very carefully. Literally 30 seconds in the pan, you can see the color. Beautiful. That layer of fat on the back of the sirloin, you want to render that down as well. That's it there. So hit that into the pan. Use the pan to your advantage. Tilt the pan, let all that hot fat, olive oil run down the back, and it starts to sear the steak even better. You put a little bit of garlic in.
All right.
Nice little flavor of the steaks. Doesn't need to be peeled. Just lightly crush and then.
All right. Again, you're dumb. Doesn't need to be peeled. Yeah, it doesn't need to be. What the fuck? Yep, Johnny Marinade turns a flank steak into something edible. Right? Marinade, Ramsey's a cunt.
That gives a really nice flavor to the steak. Turning
Look,
every minute.
his actual operation on the pan part, the taking the steaks out so the temp is more room temp and not, because again, that's the biggest problem with people where like it's cold in the middle. Yeah, it's cold in the middle because it sat in a fridge till 5 seconds before it went onto the pan, right? That's why in a good restaurant, when the rush starts coming in, you pull a bunch of steaks out early. They're in vacuum sealed packages. You pull 4 or 5 out. You've got them sitting in a slightly chilled bay, but not like sitting in the freezer or whatever. You got them ready to go. All right. Boom.
So you got that nice even color. And if you're turning your steaks every minute, it starts to cook evenly. A little bit of thyme. It's really nice to get that nice fragrance.
Again, this is a thing that a lot of artsy-fartsy chefs do where it's, oh, my fresh ingredients, I don't even grind it. I don't. Again, fuckface. This is stupid, okay? This is stupid. You can just use regular shit. Pellet grilled sirloin and only one flip. Actually, pellet grills, I will agree, pellet grills, fucking awesome.
Just have time. A touch more. I quite like my steaks.
Yeah, way too much oil, in my opinion, but go.
Rare, so rare is here, opposite the palm, at the top.
That's
Medium
true.
is there, and well done is at the top of your wrist. And now, I'm going to start off with my butter. Little knobs of butter. And this is where the steak starts to take on a completely different flavour. Tilt the pan, and then just baste the steaks. That fried thyme, that garlic. Nothing's burning, and that's why we started off with olive oil. Get the garlic and sort of brush.
Again, if you had just simply flat peeled, crushed the cloves and thrown them in, it would be a lot better.
Over. Off with the gas. Take them out. Beautiful. Let them rest.
Yes, they've worked so hard.
And then from there, slice. Rare, going on to medium rare.
Yeah, great. That's awesome. You like your meat.
Delicious.
Again, I don't agree. If you're going to pan fry, at least use clarified butter, you English twat waffle. Yeah. Again, look, there's nothing wrong with the way he does it, and I'm sure if you had a steak cooked by Gordon Ramsay, you'd be like, "Oh my God, this is fucking delicious." And he's absolutely right about the temperature, the boop, boop, and boop. But his wife likes the meat too. They have 9 kids. Well, I'm sure they eat very, very well. I didn't realize I disagree with him so much on that. I don't agree with him at all on the pepper grounds and all of that stuff. Again, I feel like if we're talking about the best way to cook a steak, the absolute best, there's nothing wrong with the way he did it, and everything he did is, like I said, technically sound, and from a flavor point of view, I'm sure it's absolutely delicious. But you could do just as well with pre-bought like ground herbs and spices, and you could really take that thing up a notch by marinating it. It takes the meat to a new level in terms of everything else. Anyways, but whatever. What do I know? He's an extremely successful chef, and I just cooked for a living for a little time. So fuck me running. We've got a little less than an hour in the program. We've got a whole bunch of videos and clips to play for the last half hour of the show. This thing is bothering. I have got to... Can I, like... I got to do something about that. What's going on with my face? Dry brine, says Skeezy Whitefish. Okay. Toastmaster saying, resting the meat only does one thing. It lets it get cold. No, you need to give your steak a good 30 seconds to a minute after you pull it off the grill before you should be serving and eating. Like, you don't just grab it right off the grill and eat it. No, give it a minute. Let it come down to more of a room temperature. Let the meat finish fully cooking and everything else. It's a better way to do it. Trust me. Just give it a minute. Just give it a minute. Asparagus broiled in olive oil with Himalayan pink salt and freshly ground peppercorns slams, says Rusty Kramer. I'm sure it absolutely does. But now a marinated... But if you marinade your effing asparagus, you're taking... A marinade can take a shitty asparagus and make it a good asparagus. Always butter the steak, says... Oh, yeah, no, Bobby Bologna. Gordon Ramsay making a grilled cheese is absolute dog shit. Gordon Ramsay making a grilled cheese is absolute dog shit. Peel your asparagus. I don't know anything about asparagus. I don't regularly eat it. I don't remember. No, again, the reason why I was saying with the, like, he's like, you don't even need to peel it. Yeah, you kind of do. You need to peel it for one reason. You want to make sure all of your garlic cloves are healthy. And you don't want to have, sometimes garlic cloves have another clove within them, everything like that. And you don't want those little thin, flaky pieces of garlic skin to get into your meal, because they can break off of the pan and stick onto the steak, and then all of a sudden something gets stuck in your throat and you're coughing for a second. You're like, and you got to drink it down. Yeah, you don't need to do that. You can, again, it's really, really easy, and I don't know if Gordon Ramsay's ever realized this, and I'm sure he has. He's a professional chef. You don't have to actually work hard to peel a fucking garlic clove. You separate it, you squash it, and the skin will pull right off then, and then you're good. Super easy. It is the easiest thing to do to peel a garlic clove. If you have to, like, you don't even need to peel it. Why are you so fucking lazy? That's what I ask. But again, those saying he's a twat waffle. Anyways, sometimes there's mold under the skin and it's not good. Yeah, you should always peel the goddamn garlic clove. Like I said, if you crack the thing, the peel comes right off. And you should cut off the back end. Well, I suppose if people are going to eat it, you should cut off the back end. But again, don't waste the garlic clove just for like your flavor with your drizzled oil. Either use a very small garlic clove for light flavor, or you use the adequate amount of garlic, you know? This whole, like, well, you'll sift it out. But again, this is one of those things that people have sold as a way of being fancy. Like, they can take all of the cooked stuff on the side of the plate and they can, or on the pan, and use it to garnish the plate. Like, go fuck yourself. The best part is he tried the grilled cheese tease and messed it up the second time. Yeah. Again, his whole grilled cheese thing was stupid. Want to see dumb cooking? Watch DSP cooking some bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. Oh, my God. I don't really want to watch DSP, but thank you for that. So we've got a video circulating about, apparently, it's being sold as, I have found the great sage of our time. This guy figured out the secret of internet discourse. All right, so we have the secret of internet discourse. Oh, it's a 30... Okay. It's a 43-second video. The secret of internet discourse. Best cooking show ever, Meryl Howard Caitlin on YouTube. Never seen it. Never seen it. But anyways, all right, Boomer Bob, +1 vote for a Johnny cooking show. If I actually had a kitchen I could film in, maybe. But me cooking is, I don't know. Those high-class chefs aren't that good. It's all about appearances. Damn rich people. Yeah. Well, I would say Gordon Ramsay's a very good chef. But I will say, when you're as good a chef as he is and you've done as much, I suppose at a certain point, you've got a confidence of, I know what I'm doing, fuck all of you. Like, all right, okay. But at any rate, let's go to this and find out what's going on. Meryl Howard Caitlin was a mentally challenged guy whose parents paid public access TV to let him have a cooking show. You know what? I'm going to look into that in a little bit. It sounds like that could be fucking awesome. Hell's Kitchen, watch along then? No. The obsession with the watch alongs thing is funny. All right, let's go. Here we go. Bang, bang, boom. Oh, first, unmute it. Good thing it didn't play. All right, unmuted and go.
So I started feeding these guys a while back, and I was calling them crows because I thought they were crows. And then a bunch of people got in my DMs and they said, no, those are ravens. Stop calling them crows. So I said, oh, okay. I'll start calling them ravens. And now a bunch of you are in my DMs saying, hey, stop calling them ravens, they're crows. I don't know what the right answer is, but I know I can't make everybody happy. But I did realize I can make everyone equally unhappy. So these are now chickens. Just out here feeding my chickens, guys. Here you go, chickens. Perfect. So I started feeding these guys.
They were right. He is a brilliant person. Rexstart, he gets it. Yeah, I can't make everyone happy. I'm going back to that part.
I can make everyone equally unhappy. So these are now chickens. Just out here feeding my chickens, guys. Here you go, chickens.
I love the smile.
So I started feeding these guys.
Oh my god. Oh, that's the perfect fuck you. Yeah, dude. Skeezy Whitefish, you're right. That is the perfect fuck you. I love this, man. That is brilliant. Oh my god. I can't make everyone happy, but I can make everyone equally unhappy. So now these are now my chickens. These are my chickens, guys. All right, a link to the Meryl show for later. If it's like a hot clip or like a super cut or something that we can have fun with, yeah. But if we if this is just like a whole show, I don't know. We'll see what we can do. We'll jump around for it for a bit in a little while. All right, so that oh god, that is the best. This is the absolute best. Just out here feeding my chickens, guys. Oh man. They have a picnic table? Yeah, he has a little picnic table he keeps like bird feed on and stuff, like seed and stuff for them. And I love that he's tossing stuff down to the street and he's just feeding my chickens, guys. Oh, he's my hero. I might cry. Oh god, that might be the greatest. That man is the greatest. Alrighty, I don't know that I want to do this. This is a heavy story, and it's a lot of paperwork to get into and go into, and we're about to kick into overtime in 10 minutes, so I'll leave it here as an absolute last resort, but I got better things I can get to than that. This one's kind of fucked up. We'll read this quick, because this is messed up, and again, I'm not a religious person, like organized religion, but am I not happy about this one? We'll cover that, and then I don't know if we want to do this. Oh, yeah. The person closed their account as a result. So, yeah, the tweet doesn't exist anymore. I don't know if we want that. Urge to... Ooh, still on the run. We can do that because it is a story. We've got that. And we've got the alligator story. Okay, so we'll get to this one. Not now. This one. Pastor Dagan Chun was arrested in 2015 and accused of being a ringleader of a countrywide human sex trafficking network by the Quebec Royal Canadian Mounted Police, or RCMP. Years later, in 2018, Dagan Chun's charges were quietly stayed, but he's recently come out to say that his life has already been destroyed, and now he wants an apology and is suing for $100 million. Good for him. Look, man, I get it. Pastors have a history. But I'm one of those people where I'm like, there's one of those things where you don't get to unring the human sex trafficking network. You don't get to unring that bell. You don't get to unring that thing. This guy wasn't in it. This guy wasn't in that. And you called him out for it. Yeah, his life has been ruined. He can't be trusted as a preacher ever again. Anywhere that has any controversy, he's automatically suspect number one. He might have to worry about people thinking he's a sex offender or a pedophile. The RCMP said 500 Asian women, some of them minors, were illegally smuggled into cities across Canada and forced into the sex trade. Oh, ho, ho. So the RCMP said that he was running a sophisticated human smuggling network, subjecting victims to unspeakable living conditions and forcing them into the sex trade. Oh my God. Back in 2015, Chun was taken into custody in Toronto and flown to Montreal, where he was paraded in front of television cameras during a press conference and accused of orchestrating a trafficking ring responsible for coercing 500 women into prostitution across multiple Canadian cities. When filing charges, the Quebec Crown prosecutor asserted the presence of overwhelming evidence in the case, but we recently learned that that was not true. 2 weeks ago, the National Post broke a story that Chun's case never even went to trial. He told the CBC that the RCMP just wanted to save face. Do we have the video? Is that a video? He told the CBC, so... All right, so that's a written story. All right, so there's no actual organized thing. All righty, so... when they arrested me, they have some big show, and when they finished the case, nobody said anything. They wanted to save face. They don't want to admit their mistake. Before Chun was granted bail in 2017, he spent 32 months in detention in Montreal. He arrived fully prepared for his trial in Montreal in March 2018, only to discover that the Crown prosecutors had quietly stayed all of the charges against him a few weeks prior without informing him and offering no explanation. The lawsuit states to protect its own interests and those of RCMP, the Crown did the only thing it could in the circumstances, order a stay of charges, thereby denying Mr. Chun his day in court and the opportunity to have a court make a finding of not guilty. The RCMP's shoddy handling of the project confidence investigation and the self-congratulatory grandstanding that followed irreparably damaged Mr. Chun's professional and personal reputation by mistakenly branding him as a major threat to civilized society. Yeah. Yeah, you did. I hope he wins. RCMP equals really crazy mini pennies. If I already did this story, that must have been on someone else. Hey, maybe I did. You know what? I don't know, and I don't care. We're moving on. Thank you, Koozie, man, for saying that. We're moving on. We're going to go ahead and do that. We have 30 minutes left in the show. We've had a lot of support. Thank you. If you want to get in any more sound drops, bits, subs, that stuff on Twitch, might as well get that out of your system. Now, let's check the sticker party thing just so we know. If that, nope, not even close. All right, and then, the PayPal, the Venmo, do those things now so we can get you your credit right away and on the air. But otherwise, we got 30 minutes left to go. One thing left to talk about here. And this is kind of more in line with the
Cheer 100.
Thank you, Head of Broccoli. I appreciate that. This is more in line with the protest stuff. So, a couple of girls were protesting, I guess, and they decided to share a little picture of their time protesting. You know, just, hey, my day at the encampment. Oh, boy. And as you might imagine, a lot of people on both sides of the aisle, this is like the F Joe Biden thing from yesterday. A lot of people on both sides of the aisle took offense to it. Some people responding to the post, margaritas from the river to the sea. Antifa weekenders, then back to teaching yoga classes on Monday. Coffee shop jihadists. It's the Nuggets hat for me. You think she follows Jock on IG while scrolling? Okay. So then Senator Rand Paul's wife got in it, called it bottomless mimosa Antifa. Lululemon will soon be selling $100 kef keys for the Instagram social justice queens that want to wear to brunch at the encampment. Genocide glamping. Oh boy. So they got really, really, really interesting with their comments. I'm not going to post her name. The account doesn't exist anymore, so I'm not going to publicize her name. She literally closed her Instagram account or whatever account it was that she shared that. I think it was Twitter. Her account is gone. She's like, all right, I bit that one in the ass. I'm done. I'm sure she'll stay away for a while. And then, wait a couple of months or maybe even a year and then let it blow over and come back on her profiles and get all of her friends back. But, yeah, not a good look. Okay. So we've got 30 minutes in the program. We've got a couple of different videos to do. Where's my phone? It's over there. I'm going to grab it in a minute. We'll get through all of that. We've got the stories. Then we've got the Merle Howard Kalin show. We're going to watch that and try and have some fun with it. If all of that goes to shit, we have the 4th hour stuff. So, hey, there you go. Let's clear these off. Bam. Here we go. Public urge to steer clear of escaped zebra in Washington. Steer clear of escaped zebra in Washington. We're talking Washington, D.C., or nope, we're talking very, very much Washington State. Why are there a group of zebras in Washington State? Why does Washington State have a flock of fucking zebras?
A zebra is still on the loose near North Bend, and here on day 3, people are reporting new zebra sightings. It is one of 4 zebras that escaped a trailer on I-90 while being transported to Montana over the weekend. KOMO's Jackie Kent talked with a man who had a run-in with a zebra. I can't even really believe I'm saying that, Jackie, but a run-in with a zebra this morning.
You poor, poor woman. This bitch don't ever get any news. So now she's got to be like, oh, my God, there was a zebra. Holy shit.
Yeah, he couldn't believe...
Holy crap, and we got a whale. Again, obviously Washington State. It's a small market. Because that's not a wide lens.
Believe it either. As you can imagine, he was shocked by what he saw when he realized
This was the missing zebra just a couple hundred feet away from him.
Right? No, my mind was blown. It was the missing zebra. As opposed to what? The zebras that regularly roam Washington State? Of course it's the missing zebra.
Told me that.
And by the way, it's not missing if you see it. You have found the zebra.
It stayed on the trail for about 15 minutes before
Boomer
retreating
Bob's
back into
zebra.
the woods, and he caught this whole thing on his cell phone.
Signs at North Bend make it clear South Fork neighbors are Team Zebra.
It's whimsical, it's unbelievable, it's fun, it's beautiful to imagine.
It's like an effing unicorn, and now you're going to have some fucking redneck chud that's going to be like, I saw that son of a bitch, and I'll never afford to go to Africa, so fines be damned, I put that fucker down. I'm never going to get a chance to shoot one of them on the Serengeti. I'll definitely do it on the 404. I have a girlfriend. I have more than one ex-girlfriend that looks like that. They tend to get old. Atomic Ray. Oh, I can't read that. They're filming live-action Zootopia movie for Disney. Awesome. Ugh. And another one of these, like, I want to start having a report system for these assholes. Like, I want to get these fuckers out of this shit. I hate those things. Ugh. All right. Go.
Imagine zebra running in our woods.
Other residents are marking their streets as zebra crossings. This comes days after 4 of the exotic animals escaped a trailer on I-90 near the North Bend exit and brought traffic to a halt, as seen in this citizen video.
Must be a joke.
And as one adult stallion remains on the loose. King County Animal Control confirms there was a report of a zebra sighting about 1 day into the search. That was in the Snoqualmie Trail area off of Southeast 145th Street. They were not able to get an officer on scene quick enough. Now they plan to have extra patrols in the area over the next several days. Patrick Murphy snapped this video of his encounter with the missing stallion on his morning run on that same trail and reported it.
It's kind of like the local Bigfoot now. I hope they catch him, but I mean, the zebra might live in the hills forever in our hearts. I jokingly said that you don't find the zebra finds you.
A King County Animal Control.
All right. I'm really, really tempted to call Washington State Patrol. Like, hi. I'm from out of state. I just have a curious question. If I desire to come to your state and potentially hunt and take out a zebra, what licenses do I need to do that? To be like, sir, this is you know what? Should we do that? Oh, what licenses do I need to do that? That's not legal. What do you mean? This is This is America. This is fucking Second Amendment. There's I'm not trying to do anything hinky here. I'm letting everybody know. But this isn't a regular thing. I'm never going to get this opportunity again. Zebras are not an endangered species. Again, who do I talk to about shooting this son of a bitch? Zebrality. I don't think, again, you need to get a ref out there, someone in a jacket. They'll see the stripes and they'll feel like that person knows me. So, elusive zebra. I simply want to know when we can have all right. This has been a rash of videos that we've been seeing in places. And people fighting alligators and trapping alligators. And a while ago, I think it was on Aaron's show. I think I saw it on Aaron's show. They were playing a clip of a dude taking on an alligator, just like a Florida man, just like doing it. Well, now we have one of a trapper apparently not doing quite as well. Now, again, in this video, as we get over to start it, there's a person on either side. This is a trapper, and we know this isn't going to work out for him. Rash videos? Well, there's been a rash of videos. More and more videos of people trapping and taking down alligators and crocodiles and stuff. All right.
Got it on.
Why? Why are we doing this? You've got his mouth. You've got him, like, by the neck. Why are we doing this? Gator rashes. It's actually an African invasive species, right? It is. If the zebra runs wild, it's going to start fucking our horses. Good American horses that deserve good American horse cock. And goddamn it, it's a CIA plot to weaken the American stallion by breeding it with inferior zebra dick. And I will not stand idly by while they silently, without a word, just stand by and motion. By all means, come into my house, fuck my horse. Not on my watch. Goddamn it, I'm a pure-blooded American. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm a Christian. But somebody has to stop that goddamn zebra. And if nobody else will, goddamn it, I will. God damn it, God is my witness. I will lock and load. I will lock and load on that zebra. All right. There's no cock like horse cock. Okay. Bold stance, Cotton. Let's go ahead and see. I don't know I don't know anything about trapping alligators. What the fuck is the point of this? You've got the thing around his mouth. You've got the thing around his neck. So right about now, you should just slide something onto that snout, maybe tape it down so it can't open, get the motherfucker in a container of some sort. Bobby Bologna, you said it. I guess I did. This guy's going to fuck around and find out. Yep. Again, professional trapper, I'm told. Definitely don't want North African invasive species. Crime rates are crazy as is. He's gonna get into the community. He's gonna ruin the bloodlines of the goddamn American horses. He's gonna lower the interest rates and the housing rates of the areas in Washington. He's gonna destroy us from within. Damn it! We can't allow this. We can't allow this horrible thing to go on. All right, let's see this guy go. All right, What the fuck is this? Oh, that's the tape. That's the tape. I got bad news for you. You shouldn't be doing that. You should be just taping his snout while he's down on the ground. Because down on the ground, he ain't going to try to fight you taping his snout half as bad. Oh, boy. Oh, and falling, he takes the frickin'... Oh, no. Oh, no. This is how Chubbs lost his hand. Reaching for a ball, my black schwanz. You frickin' got ballsy with an alligator. F-A-F-O indeed. Oh, boy. Oh, holy shitballs. He went for the nuts. Oh, as Bobby Bologna said. Oh, hell no. Yeah, dude, you tried to tape his snout. He damn near got your bait and tackle. Oh, my Lord. You damn near got eunuched by a freaking alligator. He almost had himself some Florida mountain oysters, if you catch my meaning, with a side of sausage. Oh, geez, we're doing the slow-mo one more time before we go to the live action. So again, I don't know why we had to raise the alligator up to tape the snout. I feel like we could have done the taping from the ground. Or at the very least, ask for the help of a friend. Boomer Bob says that dude turned white for a moment. Yeah, and you can know what moment it is by checking when his credit. I'm a horrible person. I'm sorry. It's a joke and it's offensive. Yeah, deal with it. It's a fucking joke. All right, here we go.
You want to see my burger?
Maybe later. I'm about to watch this guy lose his, but thanks for the 50 bits. Oh, Right there. Right there. This guy is like, now, do I grab my gun and shoot it, or do I shoot him? Because technically, he has put all our lives in jeopardy. And my training's kicking in, and let's just say I'm not sure who's the superior threat. Oh, they got him back just in time. Oh, yeah, they're like, whoa. Yeah, he's all like, oh, damn. Oh, damn. He fucked hard that night. Even if it was just a fucking cantaloupe, he plowed something into the ground because this guy almost got a taste of his giblets. Oh, boy. Toastmaster. I had to shoot both to be certain they were coming right for me. Again, these are jokes. Oh. All right. Let's go. Jesus Christ. So when what happens? You all right? Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. I mean, his pants are wet. There's an odd brown stain on the backside. But other than that, totally fine. Jesus Christ. This is getting excessive. For this stupid fucking giveaway shit. Forever. Again, like this would be a thing that I really wish, like if it's an off-site thing, it gets like dealt with or whatever. But like if it's like a streamer or a channel that's streaming, like that channel should get shut down. I hate that fucking spam shit. All right, so again, Florida trapper, close call with an alligator from 2 days ago. Damn near lost his nuts. Damn near lost his newts. All right, speaking of losing your nuts, we've got about 15 minutes left in the program. I would glue a horn on its head and spray paint the stripes and then shoot it, get famous. So you're saying take a zebra in Washington and make it a zebra unicorn and then shoot the zebra unicorn.
Behold the power of cheese.
Thank you, Lab Glass, for the 100 bits. Now, QZ, man, before I say this, I want to acknowledge one thing for you and everybody else. Big supporter of the channel. Big supporter of the show. I'm pretty sure we've met in real life. I don't want you to take this to... That is the dumbest fucking idea I've ever heard. Why would you want to glue a horn on it? Again, it's completely pointless. They're not going to be... They're going to literally just be more pissed that before you killed it, you glued a horn to its nose. Now, if you... I feel like just the hunting it part would be good. Lab Glass, fuck you. I had to allow Negos on the neck. Well, alrighty then. We're going to just go ahead and wipe the chat screen off that one just so we don't get in too much trouble there. Another fucker doing fuckery. Yes, QZ, man. Another fucker doing fuckery. Speaking of fuckers doing fuckery, we've been promised that this, from the cooking segment stuff, we've been promised that this guy's gold. So we're going to give that a go. You're right. Do it after you shoot it. I love his commitment to the bit. I love it. All right. So here's what we do. All right. Look. Obviously, right. God, obviously, they're going to have a problem with you doing that. So here's what you do. You put him down first, right? Just, hey, I found the zebra. And then after he hits the ground, afterwards, you taxidermy the son of a bitch. You glue his... They got to let you keep it, right? Like, that's my trophy. I bagged that fucking thing. Yeah, I have to pay for it, right? But you get to. Yeah, I can work that off. I'll sell tickets. People can look at it, and I'll use them. Oh, Jesus. All righty. I'm still not sure who Lab Glass is saying fuck you to. Are you saying fuck you to me for saying that's the dumbest idea I've ever heard? Because it is, in my opinion. I'm sorry. I won't retract that. I have got to figure out why that keeps glitching. Okay, let's go ahead and do this right here. This is the Merrill Howard Kalin show. Let's see how bad this is. Fuck Johnny. Oh, okay. The audio's offensive already. The color is gross.
Live from Little City Studios in Palatine, Illinois, it's the Merrill Howard Kalin Show with the host and star of the show, the great gourmet himself, Merrill Kalin.
Welcome. Hi, this is the Merrill Howard Kalin Show, and I am the host, is Merrill Howard Kalin.
Oh, sweet Christmas. The timing of that. I come back on the camera, I just go, oh, sweet Christmas. And then ding, right over my face. Toastmaster, 70s quality picture. Well, hopefully Merrill Howard Kalin is not still on the internet. Because I feel like this wouldn't go well if he was. Ugh. Oh my Dick Fitzwell saying, oh my effing God, hi, and oh my effing God, what is this beautiful monstrosity of a man about to do? He's about to cook public access television from way back. Yes, I know it's public access TV from 1992. I'm saying, you know what the bell means. Running south of the border? Oh, or does the bell mean that this asshat is back at it over here? God damn it. God damn. So wait a minute, Lab Glass. Are you saying? Oh, no. That's what the bell means. God, no. No. I fucking disavow. This is, I'm sorry. Oh. He paid for it, okay? He paid for it. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? There's the cowbell in case we need it. All right. We have about 10 minutes left in the program. Let's watch Merle do some cooking.
And so for tonight is how to cook chicken. The topic is how to cook chicken.
Okay.
The first thing is we got chicken here on the table.
Thank
first thing,
fucking
we're gonna
Christ.
teach you how to take the skin off the chicken.
Okay.
That's how you do it. You take the chicken off with your fingers. That's to be the best thing. Tear the skin off. Tear the skin off. And like this. Then you see it was okay. There's no fat on. Make sure there's no fat on the chicken. Do you know why? If it's fat on the chicken, it's no good. Next thing we're doing
is that a paper towel or just a literal piece of paper? Is that a paper towel or just a literal piece of paper? Again, most chefs have like a towel in the waistband of the apron, or they wear gloves. They clearly wash their hands on screen. Oh my God.
It's putting barbecue sauce on it. Oh.
Okay, the first step to cooking your chicken is putting barbecue sauce on it. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is like Mike Lindell on meth. No, dude. This is Aaron if he doesn't make his goals.
Oh, God, it's so good. Let's see if I could get the mixer in here.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Okay, here we go. You're barbecuing the chicken like this. You gotta get barbecued. We don't want it on both sides. We want it on one side because you get the flavoring. And keep the
You get the flaving? Yeah, you get the flaving. Okay, we're doing this. Let's get to, holy fuck, there's a lot here. There's 28 minutes. All right, so let's finish the chicken and we'll move on.
Broiled. This tastes good. That's how you make your chicken. Then you put it in the oven on the 450, then you have it ready.
You just wiped your hand on the back of your pants. Sir, I have worked in a kitchen and more than once had to immediately clean my hands. And again, that's why apron, waistband, towel. I've seen a few less than prepared chefs go for the immediate wiping it on my ass move. 450, he's going to torch that chicken. Yeah, dude, you want 350 to 375 based on the amount of chicken you have in the oven, and you probably would like, if you're smart about it, a little bit of a water bath to keep some moisture in there so your bird doesn't dry out too much, because you already ripped off the skin. Fucking hell, Aaron took April leaving rough. April left? I just thought she was off the show. Oh, that's what you mean. I was like... I immediately just assumed he meant something I didn't know about. And I'm like, holy crap, she's gone? Yeah, we're going to see Fat April, or Fat April. We're going to see Fat Aaron pretty soon.
Next, we're going to start off with the salad. The salad is the most important food of the day.
No, it is not. Salad is not the most important food of the day. That's a breakfast thing. Oh, my God, Jesus. Okay, let's get Pat. I honestly, I really, no offense, I mean this in every sense. I don't want to see this man toss a salad. This is the intro. Okay, masks. What are, oh, my God. We've got 1992 commercials.
You to try drugs, think of me and say what I'd say. And to help you, have one of these masks.
Wow, thanks, McGraw.
Now, what are you going to say if someone asks you to try drugs?
I'm holding everything but coke, heroin in your cock.
Mom and Dad told me not to, and I wouldn't lie to
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
them.
Sensational.
Don't use drugs.
Don't
use drugs.
Here's how you can get a free mask. And on the back are more ways to say no and help me take a bite out of crime.
Oh, he's eating a lot of salad. Clearly, take a bite out of crime. This is Patrick Melton after his career failed. I mean, dude, I'm not going to rip on Patrick Melton's career failing because technically, if you want to put the math together, he's doing better than me. So Aaron can rip on his career failing all day long. He tried to rip on me. He failed horribly. So as far as I'm concerned, viewer-wise and number-wise, he does better than me. I'm not going to bag on him because he can't come back at me other than to say he doesn't have a, he could, you know what? He could do this. I mean, he can pull a Kevin Brent on me. He doesn't do any views. Johnny doesn't even do any shows. He doesn't sell tickets. Like, that's a bit. Is the voiceover Alex Jones? No, the voiceover is not Alex Jones. Oh my God, we've got more commercials. What the heck is this? What the heck is this?
My brother wouldn't listen to me. I told him, you have sex, you use condoms so you don't get AIDS. He laughed and said condoms were macho.
I don't remember who suggested this to me, but thank you. I told my brother, I'm like, hey, man, you know, this is where it's at. Use a Jimmy hat. Otherwise, you're going to be dead in no time flat. And he laughed at me, bro. He laughed at me.
My brother. He was so macho.
That's not macho. Oh, my brother. He was so macho. Oh, my God, yes. Sandy Squatch saying condoms are, I think you mean aren't macho. Well, neither is AIDS. That's kind of the point of the commercial. That's kind of the point of the commercial, Sandy Squatch, is my brother was so macho, and now he's dead.
The jello is so good, it's unbelievable. Oops. Oopsie. It cut. Oops. It,
Can someone help me here? Oh my God, really? Oh, let's see how that came out.
and it's so good to eat. And I'm gonna show you. Jeez. I'm a slob, folks. Don't worry.
You need to give it a heat bath or a blowtorch treatment, something to just kind of slightly liquefy the outer layer, just a touch. As someone else, Toastmaster said, dip in warm water. Yeah. Good God, it's getting ridiculous to fucking forever. God damn. I'm getting tired of quashing them. They're just annoying over there on the Rumble chat. Anyways, the stupid thing for whatever that is. Let's go ahead and keep going with this for a bit. We got like 4 minutes left in the program. Let's get to the cooking of the
Sorry
chicken.
about that. I'm a slob here.
Yeah, you're a slob.
Let's put this over here for a minute. Now, we're going to do is, folks, stew it.
Oh my God, so you're just cutting up chunks of bananas and fruit and just sticking it on top of the Jell-O?
I'm showing you how.
Oh my God, that's the worst knife skills I've ever seen. Why are you using a knife? You curl your fingers like an elderly lady clutching for life. It's called the paw technique or the claw technique. You keep your knuckles as a blade bracer. The blade and the knife are up against your knuckles so the cutting edge can't cut your fingers. Jesus. How, oh God.
To cut apples. Look how I cut apples.
Yeah, the exact wrong way as I just described to you. You don't cut anything with your hands like this. Your cutting hands should never have your fingers exposed. One hand firmly on the knife, one hand firmly on the object, and again, not. Oh. I got some blood in my apples and Jell-O. I'm so sloppy.
The best thing to cut because it's easy to make. Cut. Just watch me how to do it. You slice them a little bit at a time. Guess who else is here? Is
Did this kid have any actual training? Look exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. That knife goes down too fast, say goodbye to a chunk of your finger.
The guy is from the Jackie Gleason show.
My brother? I don't want to know. Stuffing. All right, let's find out how he stuffs a bird.
Thing is easy to do is you gotta read the instructions. I read it to you, folks. First, we combine the contents of seasoning and half a cup.
All right, so never mind. He's just explaining how to do stovetop. We can all do that. Salad, most replayed. All right, most replayed is right here. Let's find out what the most replayed part is. This is a fucking travesty. Johnny's expecting to to be a culinary artist. Not even a culinary artist. Not even a culinary artist. I've not seen any washing of the hands yet, says my dick fits well. Neither have I. But again, what I'm saying is culinary artists decide completely improper knife techniques. And he literally said, watch how I cut apples, folks. All right.
Be with your mom and dad or your family because they will have to teach you the way to cook. Do not use the knife for anything. Just watch Meal put dressing on his salad. So good.
The fuck? All right, one more time for that.
The way to cook. Do not use the knife for anything. Just watch Meal put dressing on his salad. So good.
Rex starts saying, that should be a drop. You're not wrong. Hold on. I'm going to rewind this just a bit. I don't know where the recordings go. I have to track it down, but that's a weekend thing. But yeah, we're getting that. Boom.
Or your family, because they will have to teach you the way to cook. Do not use the knife for anything. Just watch Meal put dressing on his salad. So good. And let's see how it tastes.
What the fuck are you opening a box for? Are you opening a box for silverware? We can't even trust this guy to have a knife and fork on set? He's digging through a box
Let's
for...
see how much...
Okay, yeah, he's digging for plastic silverware. I'm out. Plastic silverware. I can't do it. Stop showing us Aaron moaning, Johnny. Yeah, I'm going to find out where the recordings go when I hit record on here. I know I did something with them, so they go to somewhere specifically. I just have to look up where that is. I'm going to go get that recording. That needs to be a sound drop. It's got a group of sound drops that it can join. I might have to eventually just move them into their own folder and just have all the orgasm sound drops on one thing, because that would fit very, very well with... and let's turn the audio down a touch before we do it. That would fit very, very well with... I'm
gonna come.
And...
Oh!
All right, so it's a couple minutes after 5:30. We're going to head out and go ahead and... I got, like, things to do, hang out with my daughter, that kind of stuff. There won't be a Sunday smoke show this Sunday because I'm DJing tomorrow night. And my daughter has a birthday party tomorrow, so I don't really get to see her at all tomorrow. So I'm going to be just hanging out with my daughter with no time constraints of having to send her away or wait for her to be able to come back down. Or I'm just going to have an open day where I can hang out with my kid. Might even, if it's nice out on the weather, might even try and take her out and go out with her. That'd be fun. Anyways, we will be at Winners tomorrow in Sartell. If you want to come hang out in person, Winners in Sartell, I'll be DJing from 9 to 2. Oh, wait, not 9 to 2. They go to like 9 to 1 or something. Yeah, I don't know. Saint RN clipping that. Again, thank you for that clip. We'll watch the... I got a clip of, or I got my own audio clip thing, and I can easily go find it again. So, all right, we've been Johnny. You've been an audience. It's probably time I got out of here and stopped dicking around. I bet my daughter's heard me make so much noise now, and she's like, "I want to go downstairs and see Daddy." And I love my kid, man. Don't get me wrong. I love my baby girl. But damn, man, All right, so you take care, and I'm going to just stop the Minnesota goodbye. Another thing, please try to do the raid stuff before we get to the whole we're leaving. It's really hard to do it now. Raid Mikey 2 Milks. I don't know his username off the top of my head. I'm sorry. I'll do it next time. I apologize. I missed all this. All right, hold on. Now, last second asking this question. Are you a button pusher or a real DJ? Let's go over to this 1 second. I'm a bar DJ. I mean, if you want to play do you make your own music and spin your own tracks? Yeah, I fuck around in my private life, but I'm not hired to do that. I'm not hired to play my cuts of other songs. I'm hired to keep people dancing, play the music correctly, have videos playing, transition smoothly, and play requests, and that's what I do. So I guess technically a button pusher, but or a real DJ. There's a way to word it. Are you someone who considers yourself a DJ because you're a DJ, or are you someone who makes your own music and really, really overinflates that ego, also called a douche? But you can call it whatever you want. They're both DJs. But yes, I don't make and mix my own music for a group of people. So I guess you would call that button pusher. I just hate when people go, are you a button pusher? No, I play the music people request. I play music to keep people dancing. That's my job. But I admit, it's not the mixing the music stuff. You're not a real DJ. Well, before the turntables and the mixing and the music and the R&B stuff came along, a DJ was literally what I did. So who fucking cares? But I guess I showed by talking about it, I care. Anyways, that got a couple extra minutes out of me. Way to go, Roots Calhoun. Now we're just going to hit the end button. Ha ha ha, I knew that was going to get you. And it did, sir. And it did. Let not your victory be denied.